Hello! Oh, what a lovely musical cue. Thank you, Sam. Welcome to High Rollers D&D, the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons stream here on the Yogscast Twitch. I am your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and joining me...
Oh, we were going to do the Zoom thing.
We did. Never mind. People have seen enough of my face.
Can we not just, start again?
No.
Yeah, start over.
Joining me, we have Katie.
Hello.
Chris, also known as Trot.
Thanks.
Kim.
Yo!
Matt.
Hello.
Tom.
Hi, why?
What?
Why'd you say it like that?
You're the one who's been chosen to die today.
Welcome. First things first, it's not the final stream tonight. I saw people in chat. It's not the final episode.
I think you saw one person trolling.
What do you think?
Yeah, hopefully, but just to assure you, it's not. There's still more to come.
But we could all die today.
But we could all die today.
It could be.
It's pretty epic.
Oh, no.
Before we do that, though, before you all get killed by the things I've got planned, let's talk about some announcements. Namely, Insomnia, which is
I haven't slept in weeks.
This coming weekend, you can join us for a live show at Insomnia 62.
Yeah.
It's on the Saturday, 31st of March.
Yeah.
Tickets are still available, and you can buy them on the day from the Yogscast stand if you go into the main show itself.
Yeah.
Or the box office. Please
Or
look
box
at
office.
please look at our pinned tweet for all the information. We do want to say that you can buy a ticket to our evening show without having an Insomnia ticket. A lot of people are still very confused by this. You do not need a Saturday ticket to attend, you just need the evening show. If you want to meet us, you will need the Saturday ticket.
Yeah.
But that's only if you want to meet us. There will be
During
merch
the day.
available at the show in the evening.
Like meet us for signings and things. We will obviously be at the live show.
I
doing
will
the
try
show.
and be there for if I can.
Yes.
But I'm working,
You're
so I
welcome,
might not.
so.
Did you just say, because I rudely cut you off, did you just say that there's going to be merch at the show?
Yes,
The
there's
live
merch
show?
at the live show.
So if
little
you are coming to the
stand.
live show, you can buy your merch there. We'll be doing the live stuff. It's going to be really good. It's called High Rollers Fading Light. It will be featuring the current main campaign cast. Obviously not me. Matt's not there.
It
Matt's
is going to
not
be
there.
a one-shot still, though.
But it is a one-shot, so you don't need to have watched anything else. It's also, if people are new to D&D, if you're like, people are saying like, well, I don't know anything about D&D, that doesn't matter. It will still be funny. It will still be a great show. Come along. Chris Trott has bought a costume for it.
From Amazon.
From Amazon.
Just to prepare you for that.
It's quite top. Kim's
Yeah.
got a cool costume.
From Ninja Girl.
Which is
Tom
a good
has some things.
I have something. It's mostly. I'm actually wearing one of them now.
That is very good. That's very accurate. He actually has like his little Raynar badge. We're going to try and get some stuff for Katie, and I'm going to try and get
My
some
mum's
stuff.
making stuff for Laura.
It's going to be very cool, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be very epic. It's going to be very fancy, and you should come and see it. The next one is we have a new piece of merch.
Do you want to open it?
Let's open it up here on stream.
It's a live unboxing.
Live
You're
unboxing.
going to receive it like this in like Amazon-style packaging.
But it's not an Amazon package. It is the new
Oh.
High Rollers
hang on,
notebook. So this is a notebook. This is for like if you're running your own campaigns, if you want to write up your own campaigns,
God,
if you're a player
nice.
for your player notes, you can check it out. Oh, look at that. Sam on the cam switches.
Look at
So it's
that.
embossed on the
It's
front
beautiful.
with a slightly raised High Rollers, nice texture, high quality moleskin style notebook. It's lined
Show the
ruled,
inside.
but it's very, very nice high quality paper.
You can write your address in the front.
Yeah.
If you really
so
want
if
to.
you want to
write
write
your
your
notes in the
campaign
middle.
notes, yeah.
Perfect for your campaign
Hold
notes. Write everything down.
We will
You
have
never
some
know
at
if you'll need it.
Insomnia of those
Yes.
as well.
Also, the silver dice have been restocked on
Silver
the
dice have been
website.
restocked.
So head over to the website if you missed out on the dice. The silver dice, the original dice, are in stock. There is probably a limited number because some of them are being reserved for Insomnia.
Yes.
So we will have a limited stock at Insomnia, but if you want to grab some, if you're not going, then grab them quick because they're probably gonna.
But this is
go
likely
fast.
to be
The very last.
set of those metal dice that we will ever do.
Ever.
Because we'll be moving on to
We're
the new
working on
campaign.
new
We're going to potentially look at doing a new set with a different style of dice. Looking at loads of different options, so this will be the last chance to get those metal dice. So you can get those, you can get your notebook. We've still got some hoodies, we've still got shirts and all that kind of stuff. You can check all of that stuff
Medium
out on the
hoodies
store.
are still out of stock, sorry.
They are coming though.
They are coming. They are coming.
Soon.
So,
Soon, TM. What?
Sure, I'll do it if you want. I can do it, Sam.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay.
Don't stop on our behalf. Just
Right.
carry on.
oh, they just want to go. Okay, I was trying to read what the issue was.
Just
Oh,
zoom you
you're
out
right.
a little bit.
They just need to see more of me, which is great.
You can
You
see
see
all of you.
aura. The aura of the DM.
Right, so announcements done. There's nothing else to announce, is there?
Just come and see us at Insomnia.
Come and see us at Insomnia.
And make sure the notebooks are on the site. That will be at. Basically all the merch that we have on the site will be available at Insomnia. So
Yes.
good thing.
And all this merch that is going to be at Insomnia will be available on the site.
Yeah. So
Store
the
at
notebooks,
yogscast.com.
the notebooks are going to premiere at Insomnia, and then we're going to put them on the site after that.
So,
Just so you know.
with all of those announcements done.
Whoa, holy shit!
Okay, yeah, good. Okay,
Thanks.
We've done that bit now. Thank you, Chris Trott.
Okay.
Recap for last week. Talis'Val came under attack by the Broken Sky. This grand city that you have spent much of your time in, that you've made friends in, that has become almost a second home to many of you, became finally under attack by the forces of the Broken Sky, this enemy organization that you've been kind of facing off in different sort of encounters throughout your adventures. They are basically the fighting force of a cloud giant called Fellania, who basically has seen fit to try and rule over the region of the Dawn Republic in Iraq. The city came under siege, and you all assisted in its defense. A grueling, sort of near 7-8 hour siege, where things got pretty dicey. It looked at one point like your defenders, the fighters of Talis'Val, were about to break, but by taking out some of their key sort of like offensive forces, like giants that they brought with them, siege weapons, enemy spellcasters, you managed to hold them off just long enough for the city walls to hold. Not entirely without some casualties. About half of the Talis'Val defenders have been injured, but you reckon you've probably done just as much damage back to the enemy forces. Commander Dermot, your friend who worked in the council, has also been quite badly injured to the point where he magically healing can only do so much, and he was basically escorted away to basically be treated. You took a long rest at the end of the siege, many of you exhausted from the trying battle itself, which had gone on for some time. And it is about 2 a.m. when you finished that long rest. The night is dark. There are no stars because overhead there is just thick cloud cover which kind of blocks out almost all of the moonlight and starlight. Lanterns are being carried around by the troops, the army of Talis'Val, and you are basically given some time to recover, get food, make preparations for the second day when it is expected that the enemy will attack again. Is there anything any of you would like to do or engage with at this time?
Was there anything wrong with the defense?
I think that was pretty solid.
We still have the winged angels that we can call on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you summon the centaurs, most of whom were defeated. Like, they basically, they were there to engage, but as soon as one of them was badly injured, they get transported back to Arborea, or killed, they go back to Arborea, so that it's not like they can just heal them up and replenish them. So, and it was only a small force of about 100, but they did their job. They came and attacked when you needed them to, but almost all of that force has pretty much been depleted. It was kind of one and done.
During the siege, I guess we saw who was doing the most damage? Like, was it the giants? Was it the spellcasters? Was it the...
It was definitely the giants had a huge effect because they can tear down walls and defenses quite easily. They're so big and strong that they can do that. Obviously, those spellcasters also have a massive effect. They're healing their own allies. They're doing things like raining fire down on the city. They're, injuring you guys up on the battlements with like ranged spells and things like that. Spellcasters are always a very terrifying force in mass numbers, using protective shields and things like that just to kind of minimize casualties on their end. But ultimately, it was also sheer numbers, which it was, you were vastly outnumbered, but you were holding a defensive position and managed to hold things off.
I'd probably go to the North Gate to check on how they were doing, so I assume we just fought
We haven't heard about.
Yeah, well, you guys were focusing your efforts on the Southern Gate, but obviously the Talis'Val forces were split up. When you head over there, there is a night's watch. A lot of the soldiers are resting, but they have kept out scouts and sentries ready to alert anybody if they see anything coming. As you head over there, there is a young man, brown hair. It's Barris. You recognise him. You can see he's quite tired. but he's kind of got bandaged wounds. He's got a shield slung on his back, and he's holding a spear. And he's just kind of, he looks a little bit sort of worn out, and he just kind of looks, he's like, "Oh, Cam, hello. Oh,
Hello.
You're all right then?"
Yeah, fine. Has anything happened at your gate yet? Because it's been just blissful quietness at our side.
He like looks at you, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, it was a big battle.
Oh, really?
We had to fight like loads."
How many?
You had like thousands.
I mean, we fought like hundreds and hundreds, but it felt like, just flicking little pebbles off into the beach.
I wish you could have come and helped us. It was it was so bad. We had to
Really?
fight so many, loads of injured. Luckily, I think quite a few of them pulled off. They must have seen how easily you were fighting all the others off, and they sent people round to reinforce the southern gate.
Gotta be that.
Yeah, it must have been, but it was still really tough. Oh man, a lot of the soldiers in there they took a beating.
Did Dermot do a debrief with you?
Some of the other commanders have. Dermot's afraid they're keeping him in the hospital tent. It's really
Is there
bad.
any notes I can look at from how it went?
No, I haven't got any notes. I can give you tell you what I was told.
If you could.
Yeah, it was basically so. Like I said, a lot of their forces pulled off around about halfway through to try and reinforce on that southern side where you guys were fighting. And we had Lady Amaryllis and some of the others with us, and a big frost giant woman came, and she was really helpful. She was like throwing
good.
rocks and stuff. That was really good. She actually held the gate when they kind of almost made it through. She actually stepped out while fighting them off. It was really awesome. And Lady Amaryllis, oh man, she was just healing everybody. I saw a man get stabbed in the chest, and then a second later he's back up and fighting.
Oh, wow.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's
and then
pretty
she
good.
was fighting around, and there were some other fellas as well. There was a man with a big ginger mustache, and he was running around with a crossbow and shooting stuff.
Did he hit anything?
Yeah, he was amazing. Like, he shot 3 orcs at once with one bolt.
He probably paid them to do that, I imagine.
I don't know, it looked pretty good.
Really?
And if he paid him, good luck to him, man. That's what I say.
Was it through their heads?
Yeah.
It's your uncle.
He was with me.
No,
he wasn't.
he ran off.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ah, Unky. I like him.
He's always with you, Tom. Very
In your
nice.
heart.
He's here.
There was a point where we almost lost the gate, but yeah, apart from that, I think we weathered the most of it because most of their forces split off, to be honest. But I don't know how it's going to go tomorrow. A lot of us were injured. We're down to about half strength. So
Half strength. Has there been any reports as to what will be coming next?
more of the same, I reckon.
Any scouts further afield?
We know that they've got more camps out quite far beyond catapult and ballistae range. They've made some camps near the woods up into the north. It looks like they're doing the same thing we are, resting, healing, gather supplies, that sort of thing.
Did you see anything in the sky
Whoa.
around?
Hello.
I thought we were all with. We all-
You can, I mean,
you
like,
see it?
unless you're doing stuff.
Anything in the sky? Any movement or anything around this side?
We got reports to try and watch it out for flying monsters and things like that, but we didn't see anything.
Okay.
Barris, how are you feeling?
Tired, to be honest. Been, I don't think I've actually stopped yet. Some of the boys needed a rest more than me, so I just used a bit of that magic that they've been teaching me and kind of refreshed myself up and stuff.
I'm going to slap my hand on his forehead
Ugh!
and do like a prayer sort of gesture.
Okay,
I'm not doing shit all.
okay.
I'm like,
He like closes his eyes.
I'm imbuing you with Avandra's luck.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel more
I know
lucky.
you do. It's going to tingle for a while.
I feel like I can take on the world.
Don't do anything recklessly, but
I've got Avandra's luck now. I'm like, you can.
well,
I've got your blessing. You're the
Well.
most powerful cleric I know.
shit.
He's also a massive gimboid, so don't.
No, Mr. Buckland, he's a bloody hero, Mr. Trellamar. He's a bloody hero. He saved Korak, he did.
Yeah, Trell.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
As far as I'm concerned, you're all bloody heroes. You're all heroes to me.
Oh.
I'll give him guidance.
Good cantrip, bro.
It doesn't
goes
last.
away in a minute. But yeah, he just kind of like takes a seat, and you can see him like pull out a water skin and kind of drink from it and stuff. And he's just like, they can. Hopefully, somebody's gonna come relieve me and try to get some sleep before the morning. But yeah, nothing else really. I think if we can hold off like we did today, we'll send them packing and we'll take a few casualties, but maybe they'll be a bit less eager this time.
I imagine so. We did rattle them. We did pretty good.
Yeah,
Hold them off.
just hope that our men can, and hope our men and women can, stay strong.
Plus, despite their numbers, we've got something they don't, Barris. And what is that?
Lady Amaryllis.
Me, and I walk away.
Oh, that too. And giants, he calls out as you're like walking away.
Yeah.
They have,
Wait.
they have a lot.
And
of
Korak.
Yeah.
and Elora and all the others.
Yeah. But as you're walking away.
But you as well.
I'm gone at that point.
And yeah, it's just very quiet. A lot of the civilians have stationed within Champion's Hold are in the central kind of area, the main sort of guild hall districts. And you can see that quite a few of them are now like helping out with things like delivering food. Fletchers are like furiously crafting as many arrows as they can, like over the night and stuff like that. Like, although it's late at night, because the civilians weren't in the battle, a lot of them are now being used to do things like repair defenses. You might see like some of the kind of Ferrohorn workers like desperately trying to restore like barricades or like, chopping, helping like split wood out into like, spear shafts or arrow shafts and things like that. Everybody's just trying to pitch in to do what they can, really.
Cool. Could I guess while that was all going on, could I spend some time walking along the outer walls to sort of, I guess there's scouts and people up there watching out.
Yeah, there's sentries.
So, could I ask them, or actually, firstly, is there any control spells that could, like when Barris said that there were people running back and forth between the North Gate and the South Gate, could we get people on those walls to basically, as there's scouts splintering off from North Wall to South Wall or vice versa, to control them so that they could send different messages?
Potentially, yeah. You need some sort of, you can make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
See how much you know about magic.
Arcana, that's 13.
13. You've definitely heard stories and probably heard like Felton talking about enchantment magic, which is, you can influence minds, you can suggest things, you can kind of disorientate people, things like that. Yeah, there's definitely ways you can do stuff like that.
Could I talk to Alfred?
Well, you go, if you're heading to the Champion's Hold to speak to Alfred, when you arrive, he is sleeping. He needs quite a lot of rest because he's not a very...
Don't wake him up.
I'm going to wake him up. I'm not going to wake him up.
Okay, because they do say like he is not well.
He's not well at all.
But Trixiana is awake, and she is kind of helping coordinate some of the other apprentices. They're also desperately trying to do things like, you can see them like furiously, like tiredly writing scrolls. With like inks and things like that. They're burning through, there's like piles of like quite expensive looking inks and incense, and these like maybe 4 or 5 apprentices, including Felton, are like desperately like just copying the same spell over and over again, and they're just like churning out these scrolls as best they can overnight.
Damn.
Looks like maybe they'll get through like 2 or 3 each by the end of the night, and that's about it.
What a time to do GCSEs, eh?
Yeah,
but Trixiana is there, and you can see her kind of coordinating things. She's also tired. You can see her like drinking some sort of steaming hot beverage. Mr. Ferrohorn, how can I help? Trixiana.
Trixiana.
Yes.
We didn't get to speak earlier.
You can also call me Miss Lunace if you wish.
Trixiana's good. I'll forget the other one. So,
she like rolls her eyes.
We have had reports of, obviously they're attacking on either side of the city.
Yes.
They have to communicate somehow.
Yes.
Do you know of any mind control / making people say the things you want them to say, but not what they actually want to say spells?
Of course, there are enchantment spells that can do such things. We can suggest a course of action. We could suggest somebody deliver an incorrect message, for example. If people were particularly powerful in enchantment magic, they can even dominate a creature entirely, have them completely under their control. The problem with those spells is they tend to require very close range, and also my mistress and I, and Viathan, believe that they may be using magic to communicate themselves. We've seen that they have enemy spellcasters. We suspect that they may be using messages or sending spells to communicate with their other forces.
That's annoying. See, my thinking is if they lose communication with the other side, they may assume the worst and flee completely. Is there any way we could stop that?
Possibly. It's certainly an option we can explore. I am an illusionist myself. I'm not as familiar with enchantment magics as some others, and unfortunately we have no talented enchanters here in Talis'Val. But if we can find someone, or if yourself, I believe, I hate to say it, but I believe Mr. Buckland may be more suited to that endeavor.
No.
Eating grin.
There is trickery magic is something of his forte, I believe.
I guess I'll ask him.
I will look around and see if we have people that are aware of at least some of the basics.
And how are the spellcasters doing? I guess there were loads on the walls, weren't there?
Whatever ones who had battle training, yes.
Yeah.
Most of the spellcasters in Talis'Val, most of them tend to be, any wizards are very rare. Wizards are quite rare in the Dawn Republic because the collapse of First Light kind of killed off most of them.
Yeah.
But sorcerers tend to be more common and they tend to be more combat orientated.
Okay.
So quite a few sorcerers were on the walls like fireballs and scorching rays and things like that.
But I guess they're with the barracks rather than back in.
They are actually part of the military, yes. There are small regiments that belong to each kind of like battalion. The actual wizards are mainly apprentices that, like Trixiana and Vython and Felton, they're now sort of working with the other mages.
Yeah.
Most of them are preparing scrolls for the combat mages, magic missiles, that sort of thing, as best they can, whatever they happen to know or have learned. Unfortunately, that's the best they can do. I'd be loath to put people like your brother into the front lines.
Well, of course. That's not a possibility.
No, I know. Yeah, that has been. Mr. Gluvice has made that very clear. We would like to keep the young mages from the front lines where possible.
And is there any way of seeing what could possibly be coming next? I mean, I don't think they could attack with the same force again.
Alfred has attempted a scrying spell, but it was ineffective, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have that today.
Without any familiarity with the enemy, it's very difficult to make.
What if one of us were to assist?
It depends. The difficulty with scrying is the more familiar you are with the target of the scry, the easier it is for it to take effect. If it is a stranger, someone we don't know, or someone we have no connection to, it is quite easy to throw off the magical sensors. Also, we are not aware if they have devices that may enable them to detect scrying.
What if Franco suns her? One of the council?
We have attempted. We believe that either he is protected by that magic or maybe dead, as the spell did not even attempt to work.
He did go back to Fellania empty-handed. It's possible that she just killed him.
That is what Dermot believes as well.
It could be they're just protecting the ones that they know that we could.
That is also a possibility.
Potentially.
Felania herself has been unable to be scryed. We believe that giant magic is quite potent and has effects that we are ourselves not aware of.
I didn't prepare that today.
It cannot be helped. We must simply deal with what's in front of us.
Even
I will
then,
let
I
you
don't
know,
think I could.
Korak has asked to assemble in the morning for a strategy meeting between those of us who were present at the Heroes' Feast and several others. It seems that the Council has given him full command now that Dermot is unlikely to be returned to active command.
So Korak's in charge of the armies for now.
For the time being, the other commanders seem quite happy with this. They saw his prowess in the battle and have deferred chain of command to him himself. So,
And the council themselves, how are they?
some of them are not faring well. Some of them have effectively locked themselves in Champion's Hold with the more prestigious members of society and show no signs of emerging. Some of them, however, Malia Malia and some of the others have taken to the field. They've been attempting to rally the guilds to provide services where possible. I believe another one of your brothers has been coordinating with the lumber masters, a Weasley's fellow, Arthur perhaps?
Yep. Yeah, we would do that.
Your father has not been seen since going into Champion's Hold. We believe he may be inside with the other members of the nobility.
It's fine. He'd be safest there. Have you seen Arthur?
Around, he is, I think he may be resting now. He was bothering somebody about something about investment costs for the future or how much supply we may need to rebuild afterwards.
That is
don't
already
listen.
very boring.
Yes, I agree. It's not of my interests either.
Okay.
Well, I am going to go and get some sleep myself. I will see you at Korak's meeting tomorrow.
I'm not here at the moment.
Okay. She looks around to the rest of you. Just gives a nod, swishes her white hair and heads off.
Sweet.
I guess we'll reconvene at some point.
Yeah, you guys do what you want. Trell's just like, show me stuff to blast.
Yeah.
I'm here to blast them and look good. And I'm
All
all
done
out of
looking
blast.
good.
I mean, you guys don't have to take a long rest, but you can obviously take periods of inactivity. The battle was very tiring. Although your exhaustion levels have gone, you've got your hit points back, you probably would still want to do things like fully eat and sleep and things like that. You have just merely rested.
I'll wait until everybody gathers up,
Yeah.
and then
Well, where would you like to gather as well?
Finney's Tavern?
Finney's
Yeah.
Tavern is on Journeyman's Way, which is close to the South Gate.
yeah,
Which gate were we on?
You're on the
South,
south
where
gate.
we were.
I guess I would go there.
Can I keep an eye
Naturally.
on the sky
Your little
as
map.
we go? Just
Yeah, absolutely.
see if there's anything odd, anything we
Give
see.
me a perception check.
27.
Yeah.
You don't see anything per se.
Okay.
But being a druid, being an elf, there's definitely the weather's changing.
Okay.
You think tomorrow is going to be a pretty bad day for rain, maybe a storm. But there's also, the clouds aren't natural, you know that much. So you're almost certain that these clouds have been brought here.
Okay.
Rain.
Gotta be. Yeah. So,
Good.
you'll meet up in the tavern late at night. It's probably about 3 a.m. by the time you guys meet up and have travelled around the city.
I would have had 2 or 3 pints before
Okay.
they all
Okay. Yeah.
arrive.
Nobody's there. It's currently empty. But you can help yourself.
I
to
literally have
whatever's
2
there.
pints, and I'm like, ting! Yay me!
It's friendship.
Hero!
Okay.
Hey pals, welcome back. I
I
thought
do
you'd all
hope-
come here. I knew it.
I do
Knew it.
hope you are leaving some coin behind the bar for Finnan.
Huh? We pretty much own this place.
We don't have any left.
In my
Have we honest, like,
experience, though, Mr. Buckland always has coin for alcohol.
Do I? I barely have coin.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I'll leave him something. A sweet kiss, perhaps. Maybe a little nod. Or a secret. Secrets are good, they're valuable. Anyway, so about the battle, right? It went okay. I think it went pretty good. We drove them off. However, I think they've got tricks up their sleeves. If indeed they do have sleeves. We don't know that for sure.
How many drinks have you had?
2.
Please stop drinking. I'm just aware that, armies, danger.
How are you
You
for
can always
hangovers,
have a
Ken?
level head.
Like one's fine. I think we're at a good level now.
I've
Yeah.
had 2.
Yes, that's fine. That's
So
great.
one more?
No.
Sweet.
No.
I'm gonna wander
2
over.
beers
I'm
and
gonna
he's
stop.
wasted.
I'm gonna stop him from walking
Okay.
over.
Just grab him,
Yeah.
pick him up.
By the scruff.
Well, no, you'll just like pick him up under the arms and hold him off the ground. Immediately throws up.
You went somewhere else, right?
Yes, I went to see Trixiana to see how the.
Why would you do that to yourself? We just went into a battle.
Lol.
Seems thoroughly nice to you.
Bad blood or.
Yeah, long story. It's fine.
There
does
is
a
the door to Finney's Tavern opens. Grunker enters with Felix, and who else would probably come along? Nope, that's it. Just those 2.
Hello.
Hello.
Felix
Felix.
just gives you a nod. I'm assuming
Oh,
that this
nice.
bar
There he is.
is currently open.
I mean,
I am going to help myself to alcohol,
okay.
and then I will sleep. Good night.
Pour me one.
No.
He walks behind the bar. He goes through. He browses some of the like liquors. Pulls down like a big whiskey. Just takes the bottle and heads up to a room. Good night. He calls as he's heading up. Grunker kind of like shuffles in, looks at Reynard obviously, and then kind of goes and sits down next to him. Gets like a drink and stuff. You can see she's pretty beaten up. She looks like pretty like loads of scars, bandages.
She
pretty
was with me
bloody.
for the entire battle.
She was
wasn't so-
basically keeping them off you.
Yeah.
Like as they were like setting up ladders and climbing up onto the bat, she was literally in front of them, just taking hits,
Personal
knocking them
bodyguard.
off. Yeah, like she was like she got some pretty nasty blows, but she's super tough. So
So as I was saying, Reynard,
Yeah.
Trixie, what did you discuss?
I was just seeing how the the magical ones were doing. Also, I don't
magical.
really know how it works, I'll be honest. But I was trying to figure out a way of stopping communications between the North and South Gate for them. So, I don't know, maybe...
Kill them.
Kill them.
Yeah.
You mean for the enemy?
Yes.
Kill them.
Kill the scouts.
Yeah.
Well, Tritiana was saying that maybe they're using magical means to send the messages.
Potentially.
Or like literally sending messages. Like sending.
I mean, yeah, we've done that before.
Have we?
Alfred can do it, but we
Can
can't
send
do it.
communication over long distance.
Technically, Cam could. He just needs to prepare the spell.
We can't do it.
You'll be happy to know that she asked me to come speak to you, in fact, about stopping them from doing that.
What? What would I do?
Cancelling the spell? I don't know.
We can't. I don't know how to do that, so unless you do.
What if
Somehow.
What if? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I mean, I could.
I don't think we can
Dispel
stop
magic?
it.
Yeah, but I'd have to be there and just like dispel.
Yeah. It would be very
It'd be a
hard to
waste of
catch.
resources.
She did say as well you have to be quite close to be able to do that.
What if you?
What if you roll for an Arcana check?
You can make that if you want. Think of like any spells you happen to know or prayers you know that might help.
I know I could do divination, but that kind of just I could find out something about the enemy through Avandra. 12 plus -1.
11. I mean, you know, Avandra's range of tricks. I mean, you've done things like, you know, you can charm people. You've cast things like dominate person and stuff before. Like, if you could find out who was sending the messages, you could try something like that and have them send the wrong message. But that's the only thing you can really think of that.
I could be a messenger and send the wrong message. If we found out who was sending the messages, we could impersonate. Trell's a good impersonator.
He is.
You could send the wrong message. Like, you know what? This battle's a bit much. Let's
do
just
it.
call it off.
I was
Maybe
more
kill
thinking-
each other on the
Trell,
way.
you would also know that you have things like suggestion. You could just suggest somebody send a message on your behalf and things
You
like that.
have to do it.
I was more thinking the South Gate sending a North Gate a message saying, we've been completely wiped out. We should leave. Something like that.
It would have to come from high command for that to work.
yeah.
So we need to figure out who's the leader, the commanders.
We haven't seen anything. We've seen giants, we've seen spellcasters, but we haven't seen Fellania. We
You haven't seen any major commanders. You've seen like people giving orders, but you've not seen like cloud giants, fire giants. You've not seen anybody that seems to stand out as a leader.
You know what my other concern is? That we're focusing on outer battles. What if they just have the ability to appear in Champion's Hold?
It's very likely. Given that the clouds up there are not normal, and we know that she has an airship, they could drop straight down here.
They could also just teleport in.
I don't think the gates are going to be too much of an issue for much longer. I think the fight's going to be everywhere.
If we've got compromised people in the council, why aren't they just sending messages about exactly all the intel that we have to them? I say we take the fight to them now, while they're sleeping.
And would leave the city now.
I say we go off and cut the head off of the pineapple so that the plant dies and consumes the... I don't know the saying.
It's close. I've heard it before, but it's close.
I believe he's talking about a mythical beast called the Hydra. Or the snake.
The pineapple.
Or the Gorgon.
Those things, it's got a big head.
You want to attack Fellania.
Do you know where she is?
They're all sleeping, right? Much like us, we're all
Right.
recovering in a recovery period. It would be a surprise attack.
I very much doubt that anything's a surprise given that she's been scrying on us for the entire time.
I also
been here.
doubt that Fellania is drunk.
Also, why did we
You don't
come
know
back
that.
here? She's appeared to us in this very place. She could be
We
watching
should
us
go
right
to the
now.
temple.
Is that protected or is it just temporary?
Protected.
It's not protected from scrying, but things like
It's-
outsiders can't get in. And also, she doesn't know it. Like,
She doesn't.
that's the other thing. It's
She
like,
knows this place. We should leave here.
Or as far as you're aware, she doesn't know about the temple as well.
Let's never do a surprise attack. Let's not do anything untoward or out of the ordinary.
Yes.
Well, the problem is we don't know where she is anyway, so
Boy, I hope Fellania's not listening right now.
Let's just leave the tavern.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah.
You guys want me to
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
wander to the bar
Okay.
and pour myself
No,
a drink.
I'm gonna pick them up.
No.
I'm going to.
I mean, you can make a strength check if you want, Cam.
I'm going to leave a
Elora.
note under the door for Felix,
13.
telling him where we've gone.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Thank
Ah,
you.
no. 12.
You're like
pushing
so
a face
desperate.
away.
You're like so desperate. You get like one of Cam's fingers goes up your nose, and that causes you like that, and then you're just like he manages to quickly pour one, and it's like
I'll just swipe it out. I'll just swipe it out of his hand.
But he manages to down like half of it before he gets.
I burp in your face.
Get a room, you two.
She punched me.
Okay, so where are you heading? Temple?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Where's Korak? He's not. He's resting at the moment, isn't he?
You don't know.
He's probably at the temple anyway. Did we hear that he's having his meeting at the temple?
I will retcon and say that Trixiana would have told you that it wasn't at the temple because they will have it nearer to the actual battles and stuff like that. It will probably be there's a large guild building in Journeyman's Way where he's conducting military meetings and things like that. So, yeah, the guild administration building in Journeyman's Way. So, you guys head to the temple. Are you resting? Are you talking plans? What are you doing?
I would have just minor thing, just replenished the healing kit stuff that I had, like the bandages and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, that stuff's easy. Like, if there's not a potion and stuff like that, you guys can easily get access to it.
Go
Same
kill
with
the
ammunition
pineapple
and
who's
stuff.
with me.
No. We need to think about. We don't know how this is going to go. We're dealing with it by seeing what happens and reacting, but
It's
we
like
don't.
you've got two pineapples, right? And one's way bigger than the other, and it's just slamming against the other one, and nothing's really happening, right? We need to be a smaller pineapple that flies over the top of the other pineapple that's bigger, and it doesn't see us because it doesn't expect it. And then boom, we're in the back, devouring it like a worm.
Who has an intelligence above 12?
Me.
Not me.
Really, guys?
No?
I'm on 12.
No, that's no 12 is
yeah.
fine. So Trill and Laura, just the explanation that Cam given, you can't help but imagine a tiny pineapple hitting a larger pineapple. The tiny pineapple would splatter quite impressively and be destroyed.
And the worms would eat it.
You know, Cam, if I had a pineapple right now, I think it would go inside an orifice of yours. Because you're talking absolute bollocks.
What is a pineapple?
It's
I'm offended.
spiky-
Weird fruit. Yeah,
yes,
it comes from
spiky
another
fruit.
continent. It's really
Yeah.
weird. Nobody likes them here.
I don't know what you mean. For once, I actually think he's talking sense.
No, I don't.
You
Honestly.
with me?
Well, you two can have your pineapple plan.
We.
That could be our safe word too, in case things go wrong.
Pineapple
Pineapple.
plan. Pickled pineapple plan.
Hang on,
We
Grunker
can't go-
interrupts. Cam, what? So what are you? What do you mean? Go after who?
We stealth,
To where?
go in the clouds,
Ow.
Yeah. how
So
does
you
that
want to
happen?
fly up in the clouds
fly up in the clouds,
and what?
find the boss while she's sleeping, and just
What if she's not sleeping? The armies are sleeping.
she's got to sleep at some point.
Well, true. Yeah, that is true. No,
Maybe we go up there and plant scrying like she has, so that we know where she is.
You've lost me at go up into the clouds.
We can fly. You got bronze griffin.
Can you fly?
I have a bronze griffin.
She looks at you like.
I'll show it to you
wise.
later.
Anyway,
I've always wanted to fly.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take you on a
That's
magical
just,
trip.
She's got intel on us, right? All the time. She's got council members that are corrupt.
Yes,
we need
but-
an edge on her.
I don't think that flying up to confront her is going to get that, Cam, because given that she's got an airship full of giants, we haven't seen fire giants yet. We know that she's got them on her side. We've seen.
Reynard. Right. I've got a spell which allows me to imbue an item with a spell.
Right.
Right? You shoot the cloud with a scrying spell. And then
One of my bolts.
You can't shoot.
it's one of your bolts. It hits into Fellania's ship, and then we can scry.
Cam,
Yeah.
have you ever tried to grab a cloud?
Yeah, but her ship's physical.
Where is it?
You
we
can
don't
see
know where.
it.
No, we don't know where
You've
it
got
is.
elf eyes.
I can see clouds, Cam.
What do your elf eyes see?
Just imagining
What
like
about
Terminator
my special
eyes.
mask? Is that going to be helpful?
You can try.
I could try my special mask.
And then we shoot that.
Special mask.
Oh, I have a
He has a mask.
I have a mask.
You should put it on, show him.
Yeah, I put my mask on.
He puts like a kind of, it looks like a silvery cloth up to his face, and then it kind of stretches and engulfs his head and kind of pulls over it like a liquid metal. And then these 3 purple gemstones, in place of eyes, just seem to stare into you.
I think to begin with, once it's like wrapping around, like, no, we need you. No. What does that do? Why is that thing? Why is that a thing? Why do you have to? What is that?
Yeah, it's a really long story.
He looks into your soul and he knows everything that you've done.
You can see
I know
it.
exactly what you two got up to yesterday.
Who to? What
You
to?
two.
I take the mask
Bronco
off.
looks at you.
You
What do you mean? You didn't know nothing happened.
Yeah, no, you can take
Oh,
the,
really?
take the
She
mask
like
off.
puts a hand on one of her flails and you can see this chain kind of ignites in flames. You didn't see nothing.
Right.
Yeah, they just had a really nice chat.
Yep,
Oh, that's
nice
It was a
chat.
really long, really nice, in-depth, deep chat.
A very animated chat.
Use hand puppets.
Yeah, no. Well, I could have. Maybe I did. What
Anyway,
Should I go look up into the skies, see if I can see
please.
anything?
You find the ship, easy. I spell enchant your bolt, and
If
then
you
you
say
fire,
so.
you hit it.
Sure.
Okay, I'll go outside. I'll stick my head out the door.
okay. And then
All right, the window.
you're going to spend the charge, like you've got like 7 of them, to X-ray vision.
Yeah.
And then just look up. Okay, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
You do have advantage because you're wearing the mask.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a 2, so good
Oh
start.
my god.
See, Trey, every
yeah,
time.
there we go.
I don't think it helps. With
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
he's
19.
worse than me.
So, a couple of factors. It is obviously nighttime. There's no real light, but you are a drow, and the mask helps with your dark vision. You can look up into the clouds, but the X-ray magic doesn't seem to go far enough to be able to penetrate through them and things like that. You, like Elora, you can't see shapes, you can't like discern locations, but you definitely get the impression that A, these clouds are being controlled, they're not natural. You occasionally might see like a flash of lightning, but it seems to almost kind of like spread and echo around like really far up above. Just like a little pulse of light and things like that, but you couldn't say, oh, there's an airship there, or there's a thing there, or whatever. Like, it's just a bit too, like, yeah, it's like, even with the magic of the mask, like, you can zoom in, but there's very little you can actually discern, unfortunately. The clouds themselves seem very, very unnaturally, magically quite thick, and yeah, the magic of the X-ray just doesn't go far enough, sadly.
Yeah, I can't see nothing.
So you let me down, Trell. You're rusty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Since
so-
you've been in the Underdark, you can't see above freaking ground.
yeah, not used to it. Eyes haven't adjusted yet.
No, clearly not.
Pitch black night.
That would have been great. That would have worked.
Yeah.
Well, now you can take the mask off, and I'm like trying to stay behind him, so he's not looking at me.
What's our
This little
plan
dragon
B?
is just like, ah!
Ugh. What is that thing anyway?
Pseudo dragon.
Oh,
Came out of an egg. I laid it.
That's true, actually, yeah.
He didn't lay it. It's not true.
He did.
He
The
sat
fan
on
art
it
told
once.
us that he did, so he did.
Look, if we're going by what fan art
Did he-
tells
did
us,
he
then
just-
there's a very different game.
Did he just sit on it?
I think he did once.
Yeah.
Did you sit on it
I think
to
once.
incubate
I think you made a
it?
joke. I think you made a joke
Yeah,
of like,
but
I'm going to
right.
sit on
Yeah,
it
yeah,
and then sat on it.
Where did the
Anyway,
egg
He
come
doesn't
from?
know I
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
He
where
does.
did the egg come from?
you can make a deception check if you want.
I think it just turned
Yeah,
out.
go on.
He found
just
it.
turned up.
He found it.
Yeah.
It was made
It
for him to
found
find.
him.
Yeah.
No, but
what was it?
There was
Deception?
another-
Yeah.
That is 27.
Tom, give me an insight. Or do you just want to believe him
I
face
was
value?
with- Yes, no, I've heard that about drows actually. See, I'm quite a learned man, and I
Really?
know quite a lot about your race and
Do
laying
you?
pseudo
Enlighten me.
dragons.
Go on. Let me. Let's play true or false.
That's a pseudo dragon.
Yeah.
Wait, true or false?
Yeah. So give me a fact, and I'll tell you if you're bang on the money or not.
You lay eggs.
Yep, that's right.
And
We do.
You also are a drow.
Wow, I can see there's no
Nothing gets by me.
Nothing gets past you now.
I'm just like stood there in between Cam and Reynard, and I'm just gonna. I am surrounded by idiots and.
Where are they? Get them. I need another drink.
Well, there's no drinks
He's
here.
already wandered off.
I will start to wander.
No, I'm gonna try and keep him in place.
Okay.
Just
So,
minder of drunk Cam.
as Katie is minder of drunk Christian.
There is no way to mind
many
Chris.
parallels.
That's the thing. He
So-
just walks away.
What are we doing? Are we just going to go Southgate again and do the same things we did yesterday?
Well, I don't think that we can, as a small group, go up against whatever she has on that airship.
If you're worried about them just jumping into the city and attacking in the middle, wouldn't it be best we were in the middle of the city?
I think
through the
we
night?
need to, just keep an eye out for anything at this point. I don't know what her plan is, but I don't know wars. None of us have ever fought in a war. I don't know what the best course of action is. I just think that if we attack her as a small unit, we're going to get taken out very quickly, and then we can't help anyone down here.
Drows have been in many wars.
Enlighten us. Tralamar.
Well, this... Basically...
Wait, was that one true?
That was true. Basically, fight the other side until one of you wins.
Yeah.
And that's strategy, that is.
Very astute.
Yeah.
I mean,
The best thing is because I know Troll's backstory. Like, yes, that represents his knowledge of military tactics.
I just don't think it's wise to get ourselves taken out before we can help the rest of the city.
We aren't an offensive force against a huge army.
I'm a very nice guy. I don't say many offensive things.
That is
Yes.
true.
we could.
Should we just send you up there?
You could fire me on a bolt.
Yes.
And I
We'll
guess
send you with a pineapple and just say, look,
And a small
take
pineapple.
Cam,
Trell, you
and
idiot.
then we'll...
The pineapple's a metaphor.
A what?
A metaphor.
And what is that?
Grunker
I don't
puts a
know.
hand on Reynard. This conversation is very fascinating, and it's very interesting listening to Cam try and plan military tactics. I'm probably going to be fighting tomorrow. I'm going to go get some sleep.
See ya. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
And then Reynard and Grunker head off together.
He's going off to play Hunt the Pineapple.
You won't find any here.
There is a moment where like the hand goes to the flail,
No.
and then she just lets it go.
We need him.
Just like takes Reynard and then just like scoots. But there's like a
Idiots and fools.
See you at the Korak meeting.
Yep. I'll try not to oversleep.
Don't wear yourself out.
You know what?
You can't be late for a war. Oh shit.
I missed it. I've been overrun.
Hail Fellania!
As a complete side note, not to distract this further, however, you absolutely can be late for war because it's happened with our friends like Pud at LARP. Like, he literally overslept a major battle and didn't die because he didn't go to it.
Excellent.
So you can
a good way
absolutely
to
be
survive
late.
it.
Oversleep because you're hungover. Anyway, so Grunker and Reynard head to bed. The rest of you take some rest, or are you going to continue debating Cam's drunken plan? What do you want to do?
If the hero's
Cool.
feast,
Debate Cam's drunken plan. Great.
hero's feast is gonna run out when we sleep, right?
Probably, yeah.
So do we do another?
May I make a suggestion?
Hello.
If we want to do something, perhaps we could sneak out to the opposition camp and poison their water supply.
How would we do that? So many bottles of water. They carry water, right? They don't just all have like tubes to a big
presume-
lake.
They would have a tent with supplies of food and water.
That could be cool.
We can tamper with it.
I've got the DOS loot. I can go invisible. But then there could be wizards that see that. And I'd die really quickly.
Is
You're
it
very
as,
fast.
Is it as risky as flying up to the clouds to find the ship?
No, because that was going to be a bolt. You see, I probably confused you with the whole pineapple thing.
Please don't say the word pineapple.
You're right. It's our safe word. Do you want to go? Poison their water supply? Have we got poison?
I have one vial of knockout
Do we
drops.
know? We saw how far out the camp was. Do we know roughly how long it would take for us to get to said camp?
If you're going at a careful pace, about an hour and a half, hour-ish. You do know that the north camp will be pretty close to the Shard Lake, so they can just pull water from there. That's a druidy thing that you'd probably recognise.
We don't want to poison a
The
whole lake.
the southern forces probably would have to carry their own supplies with them, but again, you being a druidic person, as Aloria's knowledge of magic and things like that, there are like if they've got spellcasters,
They'll be able to
spellcasters
purify
can
the
create
water.
water or purify water. Like
So it
and
might be a
it's-
fruitless mission.
It's kind of the same way that Talis'Val can supply themselves with water if like siege goes, like they
Yeah.
can create food and drink. Not for everybody, but they can do it enough
Yeah.
that
They could
it would
just
be
purify
limited
it, yeah.
effectiveness if
Wait.
you poisoned their supplies.
Wait. Something's happening.
Oh no.
What if, Alora, right, you change into like a bug, and then you take your scroll of fireball, and you bug out, and then you drop a scroll on all the sleeping people.
You want me to go on my own to a camp full of enemies and attack them?
Yeah,
As
but
a
you're
bug.
a bug, so they won't know
I
it's
have
you.
to not be a bug to cast a spell, Cam.
Cam Buckland, are you suggesting we burn it down?
No, just temporary fire that goes out really quickly. There might be some residual fire.
Everybody but Cam can make an Arcana check for me.
16.
Because I appreciate that Cam is role playing.
Natural 20.
Okay, good.
15.
15.
16.
All three of you. You've seen fireballs. It is a wide area of effect. It's about a 40-foot kind of sphere. There's probably about 3,500 troops in these armies. Very small pocket of people affected by a fireball spell. People were throwing fireball spells all day yesterday. One fireball spell by a bug. Well, couldn't even be a bug. Very little effect.
Don't know what
The
you're
three of
trying to say,
you know
Mark.
that. Cam is role playing dumb, which is he's got a low intelligence and he's
You'll
drunk.
Take them all out, and they'll be sleeping. I rest my case, and I'm going to sleep. See you in the morning, Bug Alora. And I will just fall asleep right there.
Just pass out. You prop up some pillows on a pew and
I just drag things towards me.
just you kind of roll onto the stone floor of the main temple, pull all the cushions off the pews, and then just roll
I make
onto
a
them.
shit ton of noise, like knocking shit over.
I could set fire to him.
No. Annoyingly, he's the only one who can bring us back if we die.
Just a toe or something.
He's full of so much alcohol, he'll probably just go up.
Lady Amy could actually, though.
I was gonna say. So,
I think that our best course of action is speak to Korak. It may be that we can do something more specialised, but I don't think that in the middle of the night on our own,
I agree.
we should be making rash decisions. Because we always just put ourselves in a situation that is not good.
And Korak will have more intelligence. on the
And has
troops.
fought more battles than us. We're adapting to a situation that we don't know. We might have some strength, but we don't also know fully what we're up against yet.
okay. So, you take some more rest for the evening. It is about 7 a.m. when a messenger arrives at the temple. They are dressed in the council colours. They look to be some sort of, perhaps they were once like an attendant or a clerk or something like that. You can see that they've got heavy bags under their eyes. They're kind of like sipping water as they go, and they come, they're like, is Miss Galanadel here? We need to speak to Lady Galanadel.
Hello.
She kind of like rouses you if you're already awake or like as you're getting ready. There's a visitor that's arrived via magic at the Champion's Hold. He needs to speak to you and Korak and the others immediately. He has some important information regarding.
Okay. Now I'm just going to wake
things.
everyone up.
No.
I'm going to leave Cam. I'm going to take you to that.
He's at Champion's Hold. I can take you there now.
Yep. We know where it is. We can make our way.
Fantastic. I'll let them know that you're coming in. The messenger kind of trots off and heads off. He's got like a small pony and he's riding towards Champion's Hold.
Tiny pony.
Not tiny pony like little
Oh,
Sebastian,
no.
like just
Little
a pony.
Sebastian!
Just a pony.
No, it's Little Sebastian.
Little Sebastian.
Anyway, so yeah, if you rouse everybody, and make your way there.
Okay, yeah.
So waiting in Champion's Hold. Well, it's
I don't
up to
know.
you guys.
Well,
You don't
I'm
have
going
to.
to take Juto with me anyway.
Okay.
I don't know if you weren't here. You're with
Oh, come on.
Oh, no,
You might be.
somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah. We know where you are. So you make your way to Champion's Hold, and waiting in sort of like the main sort of large entranceway, large pillars in front of it with the main desk is Nalistri. He only has about 2 of the Winterspire guards with him. He looks up at you. He's just like, who is in charge? Is it Korak in charge right now?
Korak, why are you here?
The dragon. My scouts saw it leave. It flew past the Winterspire late last night. It's heading here. It's, judging by its speed, I've estimated it will be a few hours before it arrives.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
I felt you should know, and I wanted to be here.
No, you should be away from danger. But you're here, it's fine. Let's find Korak. We need to tell him. Run to where I think Korak is. Also, it's nice to see you. I'm just stress.
Yes, I know.
Worry.
Yes, same.
As I go past, I'm just going to...
He gives you a nod. Kind of gives to him, Mr. Leith. Good to see you again.
Yeah. It's good to be seen.
Yes, it is. It's good to see you. I'm glad that we have your arcane specialities on hand. Yes, let's go and find Korak immediately. As you travel down, you know the guild hall where Korak is. It's early, and you can see the troops are already. Most of the army is getting ready. They're preparing ammunition, food, supplies, that sort of thing. Everybody's kind of trying to grab some food before things kick off. You find Korak inside this large building, a large round table. Only maybe 3 of the other commanders that you saw previously are still there. The rest of them have been replaced by younger, fresher looking faces. Korak is a bit bloody and scarred and bruised, but he is in commanding authority. He looks up, he's like, Miss Galanadel, Alistri, Juto, Mr. Leith, what are you doing here? I have a meeting. We had a strategy meeting planned for later. What's so urgent?
Dragon.
His eyes kind of go wide. The other commanders' eyes go wide. Yes, you mentioned one before. We've not seen it yet. Am I to understand?
Yet being the key word.
Nalistri chips in. My scouts saw it heading from the troubled lands late this morning. Well, early this morning, perhaps around 2-3 in the morning. I've estimated, judged by its flying speed, it will arrive within a few hours, perhaps around noon. Perhaps a little bit sooner. I needed to let you know what was happening, and the only way I could deliver a message fast enough was to transport myself. I also wish to offer what help I can. He kind of nods. He's like, well, from what I understand, you are a wizard yourself, Mr. Frostwalker. Your assistance will be very welcome. Can we expect any reinforcements from the Winterspire? I'm afraid at this time they are preoccupied. We have a sacred duty to protect the material plane against the Feywild. I have requested that as soon as any of them feel that they can shore up our fortresses, that they send whatever spare troops they have, but it will be limited. That is why I've come myself.
We've requested assistance from my spire and from Shalana and Pela as well.
It will take them some time. I believe that there is other assistance coming from elsewhere. This has not changed anything immediately. I still need time to coordinate the wall guards. We still need to arrange supplies. Let's bring up that meeting, that strategy meeting. Try and gather everyone within the next hour or two. Get some food. We'll meet here. We'll need to discuss how this dragon will affect these matters. Mr. Frostwalker, I could use your assistance. Any tactical information you have. I am familiar with draconic kind. Size, shape, any kind of approximation of these matters will be very useful. Miss Glenadell, if you could fetch the others and bring them here, that would be prudent, I feel.
I would like to stay, and I can advise you of the dragon as well.
Very well, if you wish, Miss Jing, of course.
I will rally the troops.
Okay. So, you and Trelemar head back, or do you want to stick around with Juto?
Yeah, head back.
Head back with Laura. Okay.
I'll tell Korak all the details. So,
Between you and Nalistri, basically, you can provide how big it is, blue,
the
exactly,
powers
the
it
kind of
has.
store and stuff like that. Yeah, and Korak is very aware. He knows draconic kind. Growing up in Brasaris, he knows about dragons. So he tries his best to tell the other commanders what to expect, but you can tell that it's a very intimidating prospect. Elora. Oh, okay. So Elora comes and grabs you guys. I'm assuming.
Looking very dejected.
Okay.
Sat on the floor surrounded by pillows, just very slowly eating grapes.
Okay. You arrive to see this sight.
I come down here. I guess. I know I wasn't.
You're in the barracks. Yeah, you're in the barracks.
Cam,
Why did you let it happen, Raynor? Why?
you managed to.
I thought you were my friend.
Cam, you managed to get out of Alora's grip. There's nothing I can do.
She hit me?
She didn't hit. Well, she did slap your arm, but why? Why did you drink?
He had like 2.5 beers. He didn't drink.
It just all got too much, man. Battle.
Not tonight.
Huh?
Not for the
We're
rest of
gonna
the
die.
week.
It's over.
We're not gonna die. We're not.
Yeah.
It's not over. Oh,
We are
shut
gonna
up.
die.
What?
Hello,
There's a great big bloody dragon coming, so...
dragons.
No.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah, it's gonna be here by lunchtime, so...
We're going to
Enjoy
die.
your grapes.
Do you want to drink?
I want to drink really bad.
No.
This is what happens when you leave the men on their own. Or specifically
Grunk is not there.
with Trellamar.
Yeah, Grunk is not with them.
Did they happen to say what dragon?
And the thing is, you've drank so much alcohol that, you know, if you get caught in flames, you'll just explode and you'll kill so many more people around you. You'll be responsible for the deaths of so many people.
I don't want to
How could
disappoint you, but I don't think this is a fire-breathing dragon.
No.
Oh, is it not?
It's lightning.
Potentially, if this is the one I'm thinking of,
It's blue.
we're in trouble.
He would have had me telling Korak.
Sure.
It's called Thunderfang.
No. Yeah.
It's not Thunderfang.
Thunderfang.
Yep, it's the one.
Thunderfang.
Thunderfang.
Thunderfang. Get your Thunderfang.
We need to prepare. We need to fight it. When's it coming?
Well,
Pardon?
When's it
Would you like to try not mumbling?
When's it arriving?
Oh, about noon.
Lunchtime.
I said, yeah, lunchtime. So enjoy your grapes. It's what you're gonna get.
That's the worst.
I know. You can tell they're evil. They've got no consideration for people's meal times.
Not at all.
I just love that you guys are just having a meltdown. Just like, you know.
When's Korak's Adrik's meeting?
Well, we're trying to get
Your
people
friends called
together.
him Korak twice, didn't you say?
We're trying to get people together because we've moved it earlier.
Right. I
Yeah,
guess that's
because
where
there's
everyone
like
else is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
would you mind if I did a roll to see if I held it together long enough to come up with potentially an idea that I have as Tom?
Okay.
Because I feel like Reynard would be scared of this dragon.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
11 wisdom, 13.
I'd say that's
Oh,
enough
actually, I've
to
got
keep
advantage.
it. Do you?
Yeah, I do apparently.
Yeah, we've got advantage on wisdom saving throws.
It's gone now.
From...
Is it?
Wait,
So,
what time is it?
Heroes Feast.
No, because 2
Oh, okay.
a.m.,
You've got
3, 4,
you've
5,
got
6,
3
7.
hours. Like 10 a.m. It goes off basically.
Ah,
That works.
for the dragon.
Okay.
13.
I know, I
13.
didn't
Yeah,
prepare
I'd say
it.
that's enough to like overcome a personal fear.
Prepare it.
I have an idea.
I've got it.
I have a
No, I don't.
good idea, in fact. Potentially a great idea.
Huh?
To do with the dragon. I think I have an idea.
Good. What
So-
is it?
Oh yeah, now we're at that part. Okay.
Yeah.
When he was, biting me a lot.
Yeah. Don't.
Sorry. Just went
Focus
back
on the
there.
now.
He was told he said that he was paid off essentially by Fellania, given plenty of gold, and we actually had the opportunity to bring him to, well, not really bring him to our side, but convince him to not attack us for a certain fee of our own. What if we were to pull together a load of resources to stop the dragon from attacking Talis'Val?
I was literally going to suggest that at the meeting, you bastard.
Nice. Same wavelength. I feel like Juto came up with this idea as well.
If we
She
do
is
have
smart.
resources. Do we have any?
By the way, while you were weeing, these guys had a meltdown at the temple because of the dragon. They just freaked the fuck out.
okay.
Have you plugged your mic back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So what did it want to
So-
be paid off?
Yeah, do we know the amount? Did he
Yeah,
say?
you can remember. It said all of your magic items and money.
All your
Yeah.
life.
And that was to stop attacking
The four of you.
And Sverrier.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Fellania's got a lot of wealth. Maybe not hers, she's acquired it.
The thing is, he wants the magic items, and we can't give those up because we need those.
Unless we had a particular person who makes a load of magic items. I'm not really suggesting someone in
He
particular.
doesn't do it anymore. He can't. He's not in the right plane.
Oh, did you blink out?
Well, no, he's still in material plane,
He's
but
still
he
here,
can't.
but
He
he
doesn't
won't-
have his magic items anymore. He doesn't have access to his vaults, so he's been getting Enaran and like little orphan mages to enchant stuff for him.
Also, he probably won't. He's not going to sacrifice it. He doesn't care about humans.
He's immortal,
Terrible.
effectively, on this plane.
Yeah. We'd ruin his
We've
business.
already tried to get free things from
Yeah, I
him to
know,
help.
but
He's not going to.
You can try, by all means. You can.
You're
Yeah.
on talking terms with this dragon. Wouldn't you strike up another bargain
I
with
wouldn't
him?
really
like
call
a-
it talking terms.
How did it talk with you in its mouth?
I was thinking that.
It
Great
was,
difficulty.
Very rude.
Honestly, I don't
Never
really
told me that my
remember.
fault.
wasn't it me who?
It was mostly
Yeah,
You
Jake
made
said
the
it went
original
for a
bargain with him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you make a bargain with him.
I'm
And
not
then
there.
the
I'm at the
when-
meeting.
When Reynard went into his mouth, that was the bargain to save spare
Yeah.
Reynard's life. Yeah. Do you guys want to head to the meeting?
Yeah.
It's worth a shot, at least to maybe stop him from eating you and start talking to us. And then we can use that as a surprise attack.
And Korok,
Adrik.
Adrik. He
Adrik.
must know a lot about what dragons like.
So does Lady Amy. She is.
Why would she? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh,
Let's
that's...
go to the meeting.
Oh.
Could she turn into a dragon and just have a chat with him?
Oh, but one's chromatic and one's not chromatic. They hate each other.
Potato.
Pineapple,
School.
pineapple.
Pineapple.
You guys head from the temple of Bahamut, and you make your way back to Journeyman's Way. This kind of long main street full of shops. It kind of winds and twists and turns a little bit, but it's generally a pretty kind of straight, big high street in a way. Cobblestone road with loads of houses. You make your way back to the guild hall, and basically by about sort of like 9:30, 9-ish, everyone's kind of gathered for a meeting. In the meeting, it is Korak, some of the military commanders, yourselves. It also has Trixiana, Cassandra. Hang on a minute, I've got a list of who's there. Outside the building is Sferrier.
You can't get in.
You can't get in. So yeah, it's Cassandra, Barris, Trixiana, Felix, Gronka, Nalistri is now there, and then Sferrier is basically outside, like leaning in.
Looking through a window.
Yeah, basically. And Korak welcomes you all. It is, we must discuss strategy leading for today, especially with the recent developments we've had regarding this blue dragon called Thunderfang. It is not a dragon I'm aware of, but it seems to be a large adult, which makes it quite powerful. We will need to discuss how this changes strategy. We had a victory yesterday. We held off their forces. Most of our forces have had a chance to heal. Theirs will not have had as much time. They have a great number. Thanks to Lady Amy, she has been healing throughout the night. She has been replenishing her spells as best she can, and has managed to get a lot of our force back up to fighting strength, which puts us in a good advantage. This means that I believe it is time to talk about going on the offensive. As he starts saying this, a scout bursts in. Commander, you've got to come and see this now. And he kind of like gestures out, and Sverrir like, something is happening in the sky. As he kind of like looks up. Korak and the others kind of step out the gate and look up into the sky, and you can see like a heavy rain is beginning to fall. And you can hear like peals of thunder, and you can see like flashes of lightning in the distance. And breaking through the clouds themselves, a giant shape of dark wood and black metal just kind of pierces through the sky. And it kind of drifts down around its main kind of hull. And this ship is enormous. It's absolutely huge. Around its main kind of structure is a metal ring which crackles with lightning and has clouds, almost like a storm, gathered around this metal ring. And it basically floats through the sky. You can see small kind of, almost they look like tiny black tubes sticking out from the underside of the ship. And then they begin erupting gouts of flame, huge explosions, as they begin raining like hot metal balls, like cannon fire down onto the city itself.
Can I just lean into
it
Cam
fires
and
one
just
volley.
whisper, pineapple?
Okay. You whisper pineapple. It launches one volley, decimating some of the defensive forts, like these forts kind of collapse. And there's just panic begins kind of rippling through. Korak is watching in horror. And then a booming voice begins to echo out from the ship itself. A woman's voice. Dawn Republic, your days have finally come. My forces may have been held back yesterday, but they were merely a trifle of the power that I command. I give you this one last chance. Swear fealty to me. Surrender as my forces occupy this city, and I may let you join my empire. And this voice kind of just cascades and echoes out. And then you begin to see shapes drop from the ship down into the city as it begins floating overhead. You see fire giants, you see hobgoblins riding griffins and wyverns and manticores flying down into the city itself. Hundreds of them. The giants drop down in what look like strike teams, 3 or 4 giants, each armed with giant shields and weapons made of black iron. And then you begin to start hearing the cries of the citizenry kind of echoing around the city. And that is unfortunately not the last thing. You then see another shape, an enormous, almost larger than anything you've seen before. Trelemar, you've never seen anything like this before. A bird with a wingspan as wide as a small village. The Roke from Velderban swoops in. Its giant claws wrap around tall buildings, ripping them free and then dropping them into other parts of the city. And then you hear the dragon roar.
For fuck's sake!
Thunderfang swoops in and begins roaring.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, if you want to get, if you
Teleport my trees! Teleport my trees!
Pineapple!
if you want to get in a line by my head, I'll Eldritch blast us down the line.
Korak,
We swear fealty!
Korak. Right, immediately. All of you inside. I must speak with all of you urgently. Commanders, prepare the wall defenses. Make sure that they are not make sure that they are on the attack. Make sure they are ready to defend their ground forces. He pulls you all inside. Things are bad. I won't lie to you now. You're as clean as day. I must lead this defense. The walls must still be defended, and I will be needed to command various effects around the city. And Meredith will need to be working in the surgeons and the tents. We're going to take a lot of casualties here. He gestures to the assembled team. Cassandra, Barris, Felix, Grunker, Trixiana, Nalistri, Sferia, and yourselves. He looks at the 5 of you. You know the strengths and weaknesses of those you've gathered here. You have more allies waiting to be summoned. It is up to you to deal with these threats. The fire giants dropping into the city, the hobgoblins, the dragon, the roke.
Sure.
I leave this to you. You know the strengths and weaknesses of this team better than anyone. This is where it matters. We will hold the gate. I will make sure that the Talis'Val forces do not lose those walls. But if you do not deal with these 4 threats, this city will fall.
Okay.
Good luck.
Suicide mission time.
Champion.
He gives you a solemn nod. I have faith in you. And he heads off.
It's nice. I don't.
So we've got Trixie.
Is it now we find out that Talis'Val is like actually a mech that turns into a robot? We can just fight them off.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
That is not the case.
Damn!
You
Roll
have,
into
to
the
remind you
middle.
again, you have Cassandra, Barris, Trixiana, Felix, Grunker, Nalistri, and Sferia. There is also a unit of scouts who bring you additional reports. Within sort of like a few 10-15 minutes, they have a good idea of where these threats are attacking in the city. The dragon, Thunderfang, is attacking Journeyman's Way directly. It's like right by the gates. It's apparently strafing the military forces there with its lightning breath, but it's not alone. It has 2 ogres with it, both covered in strange magical tattoos. The Roke is attacking the Stacks, a fairly kind of condensed, industrious part of the city with tall buildings. It's tearing them up and using them to bombard the rest of the city, and it seems to have some sort of harness with elite members of the Broken Sky using ranged weapons beneath it. The Fire Giants seem to be led by some sort of commander who is communicating magically with somebody else. They are heading for Champion's Hold, and they seem intent on destroying it. The Hobgoblins have made their way to Whisper Walk. They are heading towards the religious centre where Jonathan Knightsbrook and many of the other temples have gathered their forces and are defending the city as well. They seem to have some sort of ritualistic intent. They're seen carrying magical equipment, summoning materials, that sort of thing. You have 4 threats. How would you like to deal with them?
I mean, are we
Everyone,
splitting up or?
gather real close.
Cassandra and all the others gather up. What do you think? What should we do?
What the fuck do we do?
Okay.
If you
This
say
is
the
not
word
a time to panic,
pineapple-
Cam. You have faced far greater threats than any of us here. You
all
can
of
deal
us.
with this. Then use
Yeah, exactly.
then Mr. Leith, use the rest of us. And Alicia is like, we are here to help. Whatever we can do, we need to break these threats down. Who can deal with what?
Nalistri, are you weak to fire?
Not weak. I am resistant to cold, but I'm not weak to fire. I can deal with it as any human
They're
boy
weak.
can.
Ice.
Would you be strongest against the fire giants?
Potentially, it's
Would you
unsure.
not be stronger against the magical people controlling the fire giants?
It's possible, but they may also have magic to shut me down. I might be better suited against. I have ranged spells, things like that. Cassandra's like, I don't. I'm better in a straight up melee fight as best I can.
Fire
Grunker
giants.
nods with her as well. Like, same with me. I'm better in a fight. But then also, what about these hobgoblins and stuff like that?
Felix, you're good at ranged.
I am.
You
I've
can
also
take
I've hunted great beasts like the Rock before, and I've taught Reynard a few things about hunting giants.
Maybe you should focus on the rogue then.
I'll go wherever you need me to.
You take the lead on the rogue,
All right.
and anyone that wants to join him.
That's not. It's just let's actually metagame. No, I mean,
Felix just says,
Felix.
I think I don't know the capabilities of these oddities you've brought here. You know their strengths better than I do. Tell me who to work with, and we'll make it work.
You have the list of who's here.
Trixania, Cass, Sandra, Grunker, Felix, Barris, Nalistri, and Sverrier. So if we send Felix to the rogue, I think maybe Grunker and Cassandra to the giants because they're on the ground.
Spheria as well.
I think
Sverrier carries a bow.
I think
don't forget
Sverrier
what
would
he
be
does,
best
so.
against Thunderfang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
knows
going to
it.
want
He
to
knows it.
fight Thunderfang.
Sverrier
as
is
well.
like, if I can have another crack at killing that dragon, I'll demand it.
Would your
Well, the
female
most-
companion be willing to assist?
She will likely help, but she may be needed at the gates. We only barely held off last time.
Well, the most important thing is to ground Thunderfang, and
Yeah.
Grunker,
Yeah.
I don't think I actually ever told you the name of the dragon that tried to kill me. Thunderfang is the one that almost killed me.
The tusk's kind of flaring. What are you going to do, though? What if you need me?
I think we
you-
should send Trixania to the hobgoblins.
What if we
Yeah,
summoned
very,
the winged elves for one of them? The goblins being one of them.
The
I
winged elves
think
could
we
deal with
should
the rogue.
maybe should we
That
keep
could be
them?
a possibility.
Perhaps Felix could coordinate.
If they can fly, then this is Trixania. If you have flying forces, then sending them to deal with one of the flying threats, either the dragon or the rogue, would make sense. You have a lot of ground-based fighters here. It would seem sensible to me.
I think if Felix took charge of the Eerie.
I'll work with whoever.
The rogue would be a better one for them
Yeah.
The winged
because
elves.
the rogue is a bigger threat than we've ever. Like,
So
it's
winged elves and
huge.
Felix.
To
on
the rogue.
Very well.
Cassandra.
I think it would be best you coordinate arbalests and whatever else you can find to shoot at them from afar.
They will need those to fight the outside threats as well. We still have the walls to hold. But don't worry. I'll work with whoever. We'll make it work. I've
thing
fought great beasts like this before. It's no challenge for me.
My concern with sending the winged elves to the rogue is it's one big creature. If you do manage to ground it, that removes the advantage that the winged elves have.
Difficult to ground a creature that
It's
large.
huge.
Okay,
That's
It's
the thing.
tearing the city apart.
true.
It's physically bigger than any of the other threats, so I feel like they would be having numbers would be best on the rogue than the other.
Are
And
there
it's
any
large
scouts?
enough as well.
Are there any scouts around still?
I mean, they're here to give you intel.
Okay.
They can't really be sent to do stuff. But you can send them to send messages and words and things like that.
Okay.
Gather supplies.
I believe Trixania and Barris should attend to the hobgoblins.
If that's what you wish, of course. My specialty's in illusion. I can try and deceive them as best as I can.
At least a little.
They won't have magic though, so they'll
You have the advantage of
they wouldn't
magic.
be able to cancel your magic potentially.
I believe hobgoblins are not particularly intelligent either.
You may be able to
That's
turn
what you
them
think
against
best.
themselves.
That's what I'll try. All right. Well, I'll go with the young man here.
If you can bring them to the ground, Barris and his unit can take them out.
my boys are all on the North Gate. Like, it's just me.
Just you.
Korak asked me to come down because I've worked with you before.
Any illusionary
Hang on.
magic you can
You
use
need to
on
be more
Barris.
Bristolian. All right.
All right, my love.
All right, I've got it. Don't worry. So you want me and Miss Luna Say to go and deal with the hobgoblins, right? All right. I fought a few hobgoblins before when I was fighting those bandits up north. I know how to take them down.
Good.
All right.
That leaves Nalistri.
Well, you've also got Cassandra and all those guys.
Cassandra.
Cassandra and Grunker to the Giants, I thought.
Well, where are you guys going to go?
Thunderfang.
Well,
Where are
Barris
we
the
going?
I
Scouts, how
figured
many
we were
fire
going to do
giants are there?
Thunderfang.
Are we going to do Thunderfang or?
I feel like the fire giants are a big threat on Champion's Hold.
Well, that's the
yeah,
thing.
I feel like
Yeah,
they
okay.
are the biggest threat.
How many
with
fire
Champion's
giants are
Hold.
there?
The scouts come back. We've been tracking them as they move through. They're nearly at Champion's Hold. There's one big one. He seems to be in command. He's got some sort of magical warhammer. We've caught maybe calling him Gregor. But the other, there's two more with him. We can't touch them. The forces, they're so strong.
We need,
But then that dragon's tearing us apart as well.
yeah, we need a big ground force.
Nalistri steps forward. Let me try and deal with the dragon. If I can take the frost giant with me, I'll work with Sferia.
Can you,
Got a few tricks.
have you got any spells that protect you from lightning?
One.
Good. Use it.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
And
I can
fear.
absorb some amount of lightning energy. I'm not so worried about that. I'm somewhat protected from that. I have a small trinket which will
If you
help
can
me.
speak to Albert, he might have some scrolls that can
Alfred.
help you. Alfred.
Well, if he's at Champion's Hold, I don't think we'll be able to reach him before those giants.
We'll try and break through, and maybe we can assist you if we down the giants quickly enough.
It would be. It depends. I will take Sferia with me. I hate to ask. Do you need Lady Cassandra to go with you as well, or it would be useful to have a ground-based fighter in case I can bring the dragon down.
It took 4 of us.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
The more of us you can send, the better against that beast.
Fine.
Perhaps Grunker and Cassandra, or do we?
I
Wish
think
to
we
keep
need
Grunker?
I think
Yeah.
we need.
Fair.
We
3
need.
giants is a lot.
We need someone.
In that case, Grunker, a giant once threw a balcony at me.
I'll fuck him up.
We take Grunker, you take Cassandra. How does that sound?
All right. Well, she has some healing, yes? Lady Cassandra's
Yes.
like, yes, I have some healing prepared. We can work together.
And she also has the
All right.
ability to come back if she's down, which is useful.
That's good to know. All right.
Sferia, perhaps work on limiting Thunderfang's ability, and
I'll try and take out one of his wings. Maybe we can bring him down that way. If anybody has... do you think this army of yours has lots of rope?
Oh, I imagine so.
Somewhere, yeah. Sure.
I'll try and see if I can make some sort of noose or something. And
In that case, I'll send a scout out to go
yeah,
grab
they
some
grab-
resources.
yeah,
for
that's
him.
what they're there
You're
for.
adorable.
The last thing, Trixiana, just
Yeah.
Howard
Yeah.
will come
Yeah.
with me. Yeah, Howard will come with me as well.
How would be a good diversion tactic? Distracting the lightning bolts and maybe protecting him, Nalistri, with lightning resistance.
I'll have Howard protect the small elf. Trixiana's just like, before you go, and she holds out 2 metal bracelets, they look like. I recommend one of you take one of these, and we give one to Nalistri, is it? My mistress, the Mistress of Illusion, created these. They allow you to channel an illusion through it so we can communicate. I would suggest that somebody who is either very good at performance or has expertise in illusionary magic take it. Perhaps Cam or Mr. Trelemar, both of which I think would be suitable. Mr. Nalistri, you're familiar with wizards and arcane spells. He's like, yes, you should take this other one. He's
pretty good.
He snaps on one, and then they offer one to the 2 of you as well.
Yeah, go on then.
Hands it to Trell. It just snaps on. She explains it briefly. You just have to focus, and you can basically create a very minor illusion of yourself to communicate with whoever has the other one. You can't hear messages back. You have to wait for them to send them. It's like a one-way walkie-talkie.
Oh, okay.
It's like a
cool.
Wakanda kind of like
Hologram.
hologram.
Nice.
It
I like
looks
it.
like R2D2.
Okay. All right. Well, if this is who's set, we need to get to work now.
Is there
I'm
anything-
gonna
any
pull
pro-
Nalistri aside.
He just grabs you.
Nalistri, one blast from that dragon will kill you. One blast will kill you.
I have spells that can protect me. I can absorb half of the damage, and if I have spells, I have potions with me. I've brought everything I could.
Get out. If you can't take it down, get out. Come to us.
I have teleportation spells. I can bring Cassandra with me as well. If it's looking bad, we'll contact you.
Do not stay there if you are in danger.
I will do my best. And he kisses you. Because he didn't get a chance to do it first last time. So he takes the initiative. Grunker just holds your hand, like gives you a nod.
Ready to go kill some dragon? Ready to go dragon?
I'm ready to go kill some giants.
Yes, that's what I God, please end this.
All right, so I would like. Okay, I need 2 of you to roll some percentile dice for me, please.
I will do one of them.
And then you're going to roll some more in a second. So if you can do one for me, Cam, can you roll the other percentile dice
I've
for
got
me?
my little potion dice.
No.
Can you roll those percentile dice for me for this person?
Oh no. We're gonna kill them all.
Is this the percentage chance of them surviving?
Yeah.
Probably is, isn't it?
17. I
Okay.
think that's how it works out, isn't it? 10 and a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, Cam, can you roll the other one for me, please?
Let's do it here.
Do it there.
31.
Okay. Now, Kim, can you roll some percentile dice
No.
for me, please?
I don't want to be responsible.
Well,
95.
okay.
Holy shit.
Trell, can you roll some percentile dice for me, please?
Straight 100, please, Trell.
You know how good my rolls are. 85.
I don't know
We
if
don't know
high
what's
is good
good,
or
though.
low.
Yeah, they're super dead now.
We've done both.
We just killed them.
Can you roll some
95
percentile dice for me,
damage.
please?
35.
Same with me.
Not good.
Okay.
That was Nilly Street. That was Nilly Street.
I know.
And I'm assuming you summoned the airy elves to go with Felix once you set on this other
Once
way.
we're ready to do it,
Yep.
I'm assuming that, yeah, let's
that's
skip
on
ahead to
you
like...
too, I think. Have you got it?
Okay, you've
Well,
got
I give it to
the
the
feather.
Whoever needs
relevant Felix.
You guys know it works. You summon them. Felix goes. They're going to take care of the area. You rush north to the center of the city. You see an impact zone, a large crater where these giants obviously landed, and you begin following the trail of destruction. You encounter them a little bit before Champion's Hold itself, down one of the main streets leading into the city. You see them making their way down.
No, they're so big.
Oh God!
Oh my god!
God, they're huge!
Oh no!
No.
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 Do you have the card for the DOS loot?
Oh.
They're massive and I haven't seen these before.
Yes.
Yeah, they're new.
You have seen them on my Twitter, I'm sure you have, you liar.
No, I've seen them on twitch.tv/tabletop weekly.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So,
You're welcome.
you are arriving back here, so I'm going to make a little
He
bit.
does look like it. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So you are arriving from behind them. Champion's Hold is the small, like the entranceway is just those little archway of pillars I've got right at the front. I've just realised I don't have a miniature for Grunker, so I'll have to try and find one very quickly.
Oh, that's a nice knowing you all.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm at the front. Shit.
How big they are compared to us!
Oh,
Okay.
Well,
Wow, is that Grunker?
it's brown
Yeah,
trousers
that's
time,
what-
everybody.
nice.
Way ahead of you.
Ultimate camera view.
She does not look like that. You know how she looks. She's canonically what Pumpkin Arts now looks like.
Yeah.
Like, I can't not see Grunker that
We're
way.
actually at a good time for a
Oh,
break.
shit, yeah. I
If
forgot
we're
break
before
time.
we start the fight.
Before we start the fight then, let's go to a little...
We're having a break, but there is a fan art video on the break. So yeah, there's a fan art video. Cool.
This also
We
gives
have-
me time to open up all my giants.
Surprise! So stick
And the
around.
more fan art
watch
we
that.
get, the more fan art
This
we get.
is
you guys
definitely
do.
one you don't want to miss.
Yeah,
so come
please
back.
come back.
Don't go anywhere.
Please enjoy.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you in a few.
Yo, you rascals with the bellies full of pie, and listen to this tale of old where the heroes won't be high. Hey, the master of concealment and an adept at disguise, which heroes is when he's seeking faster husband wants to lie. He's slain many a villain, be a dragon, wolf or wizard. He's looted chests of all the best of treasures he could find. He's the undefeated champion of adventure, war and passion, and he sings this song as he goes along with a fiddle and a pipe. The grass is green, the air is clean, a sweet lass by my side. There ain't no fun in looking so as we are on behind. The world is full of monsters, while but they ain't here at the time. So let your roast propose a toast to these drunken friends of mine. A hero journeyed far and wide, but it riches, gold and magic. But he never found his true love song, and it made him sad in time.
Mademoiselle was walking and he was shot as he was singing.
And I made a fair from over there with a bow, and she was mine. She apologized profusely, said she thought he wasn't warm, and she carried him to the nearest inn, where she nursed him back to life. Well, they fell in love directly, and she married him that night. So they're off they down, they can't lay up a song about their time. The grass is green, the air is clean, the sweet lass by my side. There ain't nobody looking so I squeeze her up behind.
Welcome back to a very exciting second half of High Rollers. Thank you for joining us and not going anywhere. We begin by rolling initiative.
Natural 20!
Really?
Yes, use them up now.
Yeah.
What'd you get? So total cam?
23.
Elora,
16.
Juto,
15.
Trollomar,
7.
Reynard,
16.
He's back.
Trollomar and Grunker, top of the form. So, you guys rush through towards Champion's Hold, down the northern end of Journeyman's Way, and as you reach into the centre district, you begin making your way through these different various buildings, and you can see that there is already signs of destruction. Some of the buildings have caved in, like it looks like the airship, whatever these like cannons that it's firing are like, destroying some of the buildings. Many of the civilians have fled, but they are nearing the very entrance to Champion's Hold itself. A small number of guards you can see are quivering in fear at the very gates, but it's a very small amount and they don't look particularly skilled. You catch them just before, as they're coming out of a main square just before Champion's Hold. They do not seem surprised to hear you coming up behind them. In fact, the large fire giant turns, and you can see he hefts a large warhammer in his hands. Yep. He turns around. So, we meet again. And his big kind of like black-skinned hands just tighten on this giant warhammer. You killed Titania. Now, I will break you for my queen. Cam Buckland.
I'm going to whip out the DOS loot and sing a fuck you song to him whilst casting protection from fire.
On?
Oh, I'm looking around at like, who wants the fucking fire protection?
Put it on you.
Not me.
Use it
Put it
better for
You.
me.
You feel the magic of the DOS loot surround you, and you have resistance to fire for 1 hour until you lose concentration.
That's an action, right?
I believe it's concentration anyway. I believe it is an action on the DOS loot, yes.
And because the DOS loot, do I have to keep concentration?
Still do, yes.
Yeah. Is it? Oh.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Concentration.
In which case,
But if it's a concentration spell.
Is it? I don't know if it's concentration.
That's what I'm just
it
looking
is
up.
a- it is a
It is concentration, yes.
Dang.
I'm going to move left.
By all means, just move yourself on this cool map.
10. Then hide behind the house.
I will just point, this is technically like there, but yes.
Yeah, I'm
you're
just going
kind
to be on the edge of the house.
Yeah,
like,
you're basically, you dart down like a small alleyway, like a side
fuck
street,
you!
and then you dodge out the way.
And bonus action, going to conjure a spiritual weapon. Just Dar.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to swap it for my little dagger.
Your little song does nothing, puny man. You killed them. He points to the other two giants, who now turn around. One of them is just gonna move up, start moving towards you. The other one picks up this cart that's been stranded on the side, and it will throw it at.
Oh, not again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can see Elora as well, but
Saving the balconies for you.
You got hit by like 3 balconies, didn't you?
somebody give me a d6. I've just lost a d6.
He literally, she literally threw balconies at Reynard's face. It was
Only
interesting.
one of them hit.
Trelamar!
Oh no!
I rolled it. It throws this giant wagon at you. It just picks it up and throws it. What's your AC?
Oh yeah, what am I doing? 17.
17.
I'm not used to it anymore.
You go to leap out of the way, but this axle, like the large spokes of it, just sends you flying.
Typical. Typical.
Ouch.
Yeah, keep rolling.
That's going to be 23 bludgeoning damage, but the cart then shatters against the ground.
Oh, that's okay then.
It just.
But I can't do it again.
Well,
But a
is
shard
any
flies out.
balconies there?
And yeah, just kind of like whoosh, you get kind of pummeled by this enormous kind of wagon cart that gets thrown at you. The other one seems to just ready itself. It kind of has this large one-handed hammer, and it just kind of like looks down. You can see they've all got this bright orange hair, which almost seems to be a flame themselves. They've got these black iron weapons, but the one that Gregor is holding, this warhammer, you can see that it's got flames licking up and down it. It seems almost magical. After those fire giants, it is Elora
Oh,
and Reynard. So I believe Reynard has the high deck, so we'll go with
you
Reynard.
do have a higher dex.
Yeah,
Yeah,
18.
it's 20.
I would like to Hunter's Mark, I guess the one that's closest? No, not the one that's closest. I want a Hunter's Mark.
Do you want to use a dice or something just to mark? Just put it on the base.
Yeah,
Old
so
Gregor.
I'll Hunter's Mark him.
Okay, the one that just threw the wagon.
And I want to...
Bronze Griffin.
Bronze Griffin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit your pants, man.
So
I want to shit myself.
I'd like to shoot
As an
myself
action.
on the spot.
This guy. Wagon, the Griffin appears. I'm assuming climbing up on it.
Yeah, you may as well just say I'm on it. Just take a minion out of there, I guess. So I want to be on that, and then I guess
Fly
then
up.
I can do my movement. So I want to get as much height out of the range of... If they were to swing,
Assume that
I
these
guess
are
they're
10
super,
feet
super
high.
tall, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you're going
Have some
60 feet
upgrades.
straight up, right?
I'm dead.
Are you going 60 feet straight up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are 10 feet increments.
I'll just move your spiritual weapon.
That's alright, it's not very good. Okay.
I'm
So
directly there.
action to summon the Griffin, movement, you fly straight up.
And the bonus action was to Hunter's
Bonus mark.
This
So
big-
you are done. Elora.
Hello. Going tall. How much is 40 feet radius on there? So 20 foot radius, 40 foot, 20 foot radius.
You can hit all three
All three.
with a 40-foot radius, yeah. Is it a 20-foot radius or a 40-foot?
20 foot radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Massive area there. I think that's right. 20
Do
is
it.
half.
Do it.
I think it's right.
Ice storm.
Ice Storm. Great. What does this do?
So they make
I'm
it
assuming a storm of
dexterity saving throw. It's basically rock hard ice pounds to the ground. They go and take some damage.
Go, Gregor. And what's your spell safety DC?
18.
Nice. Nice.
One of them almost passes, but they all fail.
So 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold.
Damn.
Roll that up.
Shit.
Have you got everything you
Four.
need?
So 8 bludgeoning.
Okay. The
And
cold does no extra damage.
Damn it!
Interesting.
The cold does nothing.
It does.
Well, it does do damage, but no.
It does damage, but
Oh,
it just
okay,
doesn't do
okay,
extra
okay,
damage.
okay.
It's not like they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
No, I didn't expect that,
Oh,
as long
okay.
as it did.
I just wanted to
I
say
just
so you
wanted
can
to
just
know
add
that
it
it
all
did.
Does
up.
it put out all their fire?
No.
No.
8.
Does it make their
So
hair
what was the
down?
total damage with the bludgeoning?
8 plus. Bludgeoning was 8 and cold was 8.
So 16.
Just make
Nice.
So, and is that concentration? Can you keep doing that, or is it just a
No,
one-time
it's just
thing?
a one.
So this giant column, like these huge chunks of ice, begin forming in the air and then slamming down on the giants who kind of raise their arms and shoulder them. But really, they're just almost like stones bouncing off them, just like these huge chunks of ice. They're like, rah! Your little cold means nothing. After Elora, Juto.
Okay.
You got this, Juto. I'm still strumming.
Can I use my monk movement thing? Unarmored movement? Yeah, that. To climb up to the top of one of the buildings. I think the one closest to Hammerman.
Hammerman.
So you basically can go. Do you want to go forward as well? Because you can basically run diagonally up the building. So you could basically be like.
I want to be kind of like out of his reach.
Cool. It's difficult to do. Like you can't get high enough. Like he is literally as tall as the building.
Okay,
like,
well, sort of, yeah.
So you can get up to like that corner
By
edge,
height.
basically. Yeah. Okay.
Then can I go into water stance and attack him with water whip, please?
Okay. Sure.
Nice.
Just make the attack as normal.
I'd like to kind of go for the head and like the eyes, like trying to kind of just like
Splash water in his eyes.
not like blind him, but just like
It's a blow. It's like a punch to the
Be
face.
fucking
and
annoying.
stuff
I guess you
like
could
that.
like if the whip's successful, you could like pull his face into the house or something.
yeah, I'm trying to like just boom anything to kind of get him off guard or just you know
Okay.
mess.
So
him
you
up.
make the attack, the unarmed strike as normal. So it's a normal unarmed strike. Tell me if
Juto is there. Giant is there.
17
17 hits.
Nice.
He has to make a strength saving throw against your.
DC 16.
Pretty strong there, man.
His saving throw is actually like he's very strong, but he doesn't get a bonus. So 16, you said, yeah. You actually succeed. So do damage as normal.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
Yep.
Now roll an extra. You only pull him 10 feet. Roll an extra d6 for me as you literally like wrap the whip around and then slam his head into the like building corner.
3.
So 2.
3. And 3.
I don't know, don't speak French. But yeah, you kind of whip it around and then wham! Like whoosh, his head slams into the side of the building, locking loads of roofs and bricks, and you kind of
Nice.
dart back
He
away.
gonna be pissed.
That was just one attack for you. You've still got your extra attack, and then you can spend key points as you need to.
So did you pull his head like towards you while you're on the roof?
She, like, she like does a cool monk flip,
Sweet.
like lands
Think
behind.
of the coolest thing ever. Looks like that.
Second attack.
Not me.
Let's keep this. We're gonna have to keep this moving because it's a long combat.
Is the
So
second attack armed or unarmed?
you can make it with a Guandao if you want.
So I will Guando attack. Second one.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Oh
Ah!
yeah! Double the dice. So roll with Guandao damage and then double that.
Man, this adds so much to the battle.
Yeah.
I tried to make this a cool one because we're getting into the
So
cool
it was
fights now.
2, which is I guess 4.
4. Yeah.
Plus 7 is 11. Plus 3 radiant
So
damage.
14.
Can I also stunning strike that, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Constitution save. Yes.
I think it's Constitution.
Yeah, DC 16.
Okay. So you you slash with the Guandao, and we'll say like you kind of strike across the eyes, not enough to blind it, but enough to stun him, and he is stunned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Punch, punch, punch.
Nice light.
Can I keep going?
Yeah.
Do I have
You
one
can
more
spend key
left?
point. You can either make a normal martial arts, so you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action, or you can spend a key point to do 2. So
Flourish.
your normal
Yeah.
one.
Son.
Yeah, I'm gonna flurry.
Okay.
Lorray.
So.
It is not auto crits, as I've been told multiple times.
So stunning strike
Paralyzed is
means
different.
it can't take actions or reactions.
Yep.
It can't move or speak. Auto fails strength and dex saving throws.
And you have advantage.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
And that applies to everybody until the end of Juto's next turn.
Right.
Auto fails, strength and dex.
Yeah.
17.
17 to hit.
Yeah.
Just. No, sorry, miss. That's a miss. Yeah, it strikes the metal plate armor that he's wearing.
Okay.
So you just.
Second flurry. 15, 16, 17. Oh, 25.
25, that hits.
Nice.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did you advantage the first one?
Okay,
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
so Juto runs up, this kind of blow to the face kind of stuns it for a moment, and then bam, 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 she pummels it with fists, like pounding blows into her head. This one seems so disorientated it doesn't seem to know where it is. You hear the other one, like Gregor, like, "Ah, you fool! I will deal with this myself then."
No.
No, he's got it.
He's good.
Oh wow, he's really getting close.
Comes up, seeing Juto kind of do this stunning move to his friend, he is going to attack you.
Sweet.
He brings his giant two-handed hammer and just begins to just destroy the building around you as well as trying to hit you. So that's a 25 to hit. Okay, can I borrow a lot of d6, please?
Yes. Out of interest, is this going to launch Juto?
Maybe.
It's alright, I'm fine with that.
It's gonna what?
I was wondering if it was going to
Launch.
launch her, and if it was, I'm quite close to her.
Oh, right.
I got slow fall, don't worry about me.
You take 25 damage and then 2 fire damage, already halved for your resistance.
27.
So 27. And second attack, that's going to be 29.
Hold on!
Oh boy.
It begins.
I'll roll it and I'm at it while you're doing stuff.
And then additional 29.
No, 29 to hit is the second attack. So you took
yeah,
27
yeah.
from the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one is going to do 25 total. And you need to make an acrobatics check for me, please.
Do I
To
get
stay on the
advantage
building.
for being cool?
No.
Dex or anything?
I mean, it's an acrobatics check. Acrobatics check.
Evasion.
Evasion's for dex saving throws,
Evasion.
which this does not apply to.
Evasion. 7.
7. You start slipping. Slow fall means you're not going to take any damage when you land anyway.
Okay.
Oh, fine.
So basically, the blow is so powerful it destroys the building you're standing on, and you try and like scrabble away, but you just fall and you have to flip to your feet to land on the ground. Ah, you are puny small folk.
I'm signifying the building being broken, just
Cool.
for future
Thank you.
reference.
Trelamar.
Hello. Can I do my Minions of Chaos thing and create a water elemental?
The what? Oh, yeah, I think you did last time.
Yes, you can, Trell. I'm so glad that you've done that.
He loves when you summon things. It's the best.
I'm going to give you my phone on D&D Beyond because it's the quickest way that I can
What is it? What do you need?
water elemental.
I've got stats for water
Thank
elemental.
you.
Is it better to do water elemental? Because they're not weak to cold. I guess there's no water damage.
I don't think that means anything.
No, it's just.
Just don't choose a fire elemental. Just, that's it. Okay.
not Pokemon, Tom.
do you have a mini for that as well?
You
Katie?
grab
Or
it.
your water elemental? Or it's my water
It's
elemental.
yours, but yeah.
Okay, so you summon him. You can choose, I think it's a spot within like 60 feet or something.
Yeah.
So
go.
where do you want to summon him?
Behind. In front.
Yeah, in front of this.
Don't
chappy.
forget that they have a lot of
from the other
resistances
way.
to damages.
But
like
that one
inside
also
the
is
other
stunned at the moment.
Yeah.
Don't forget that he's stunned.
I can't see any. There we go. That's spell
We'll
dig.
move some of these buildings down a little
He's
bit.
stunned, so he's like.
Ah.
That's useful.
Okay, so summon the water elemental. That's your action. Minions of Chaos arise, and this kind of watery, inky black creature summons.
Attacks from the back.
Ah. Yeah, and you can have it attack on your action.
It can hit things twice, or it can whelm, which means it basically tries
to
to
engulf,
like,
but I think it
engulf
can only do
But
that on
I
certain
think they're
sizes.
too big.
Yeah.
So you'd probably be best just slam.
Okay.
Multi-attack.
No.
Come on and slam.
I'll, can I slam this?
Yep, so it has
Chappy.
advantage. So you roll two d20s. Pick the highest.
Oh, both 15.
With the bonus.
It's like plus 8 or something. It says to hit at the start.
Plus 7.
So 22. That's a
Yep.
hit.
Cool. 2d8s.
In the monster manual, which I'm using.
Oh, this one.
You took a picture of it last time.
That's Volo's guide.
I did take a picture of
I
it.
did take a picture of it.
Yeah, I was looking for it in the
I
vote.
need the monster manual, sadly.
That's cool.
10.
10
Yeah.
points of damage,
You get to hit again.
and then you get to attack again because it's got multi-attack.
So still with advantage.
Still with advantage.
IKEA.
17 and
Seven,
plus 7.
24.
Easily hits.
Woo!
Yeah, boy.
14
Plus 4.
plus 4, 18.
18. Nice.
No, is it plus? Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. The water elemental begins pummeling into this creature, but you know
Nice.
it's kind of dazed, it's distracted. It does seem quite hurt, but yeah, the water elemental's just kind of like splashing with these intense blasts of water. Grunker, unless you want to move, Trell.
No, I'm happy for her.
Grunker,
For now.
being Grunker.
Chops
Right
an
in
arm
there.
off.
That's
Kills
Grunker's.
one of them instantly.
She is close enough, but the elemental's in the way. But she would just basically run up next to it and just be like, blah, 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 blah. She's going to run in, and she's just, as she runs in, she's just like, she calls up to Reynard like, is this the one that hurt? Is this the one that threw a balcony at you?
No, that was her sister. We killed that one.
I don't care!
Good.
Ah! And then she rages.
Good.
I love Grunker.
Unfortunately, she misses with her first attack. She misses with her second attack.
Is
She
that with
does-
advantage?
No, that's true, actually. Well, I'll take it as that's the first attack missed because I rolled twice, and then we'll do the second roll for that one. Second one hits, and her third one hits. So, let's just do this real quick. So, 5, 10.
Did you check if you could get a natural 20?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Hockey.
That's going to be...
Yeah, you 20.
So, Grunker, like, the first blow kind of goes wide because she's just a bit too caught up in a rage, and then the second attack's begin pummeling into this giant. Back up to the top, Camp Buckland.
As my first action, I'm going to bonus action healing word Juto at level 2.
Okay.
3 plus.
5, right?
Yeah. 8.
Wisdom.
Thanks.
And as my main action, I'll attack with the spiritual weapon on the.
You've used your bonus action to cast Healing Word. It's a bonus action to move the
All right,
spiritual weapon.
fine. Main action. Shit. I don't think this through. I'm going to.
Attack.
No, I'm going to throw a dagger. Look, it's not that bad nowadays.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You've
gonna-
got allies next to it, yeah, you've got advantage if you attack the
Yes.
one that's stunned.
I will.
Also-
Oh yeah,
Fails.
attack the one that's done.
Nimbus.
It's not that kind of attack, but yeah.
I'm going to do it through the water elemental.
You'd have to get a bit closer because you're
So
currently round the
if anyone
corner.
has any
So you need to
Well, that is a
Dex.
destroyed building, though.
Thing.
Well, but
It
it's still
fails
there.
also.
Yeah.
So you'd basically be like 5, 10, 15, and then you go 5, 10, 15,
I'll
20.
go.
So you would be at disadvantage because it's just out of your range unless you want to move closer. You've
I
got
will
10 feet of
move
movement.
closer. I'll
Okay.
move behind Juto and Gronka.
Like that. Okay. So yeah, yep. With advantage,
16 plus.
plus loads. Yeah, you're going to hit.
loads, 10.
Nice. So
26.
D4 for the dagger, D6 for sneak attack, and then D8 for your divine strike.
Nice.
Use my little scroll and fireball. 4 plus. But that's doubled, right? Sneak attack. Plus 5. 9.
9. Okay.
That's awful.
So dagger, not really. Like the water elemental did 10. You know. So the dagger flies through, sticks into a part of it. The creature is still pretty stunned. It doesn't really know what it's doing. Its go, it can't do anything, but the other one can. The other one, as things are getting a bit clogged up, looks up at the griffin and is going to target that. It tears off a balcony from one of the buildings.
Seriously?
It's going to move up.
Come on!
Moves up to this ruined building.
Talis'Val has balcony.
Picks up like a big, large piece of rock. Throws the rock.
Would this be a dex, say, or would this be the
This is a
armor
ranged
class
attack.
of the griffin?
It is attacking the griffin. 19.
It hits.
Shit. Shit, son.
It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
32 points of
32
damage,
damage.
to the griffin.
Okay.
Wham! As it just throws this large rock. You have hurt my brother, I kill you.
What?
Yeah,
So one more time.
Reynard, your go.
So that was 32 damage.
Mhm.
32. Okay. I would like to fly this thing. So if I was to disembark the griffin while it's still active, could it do attacks on my turn, or would it have its own initiative?
No, you can attack it. I'll just rather than rolling a separate initiative, I'll just have it go on your
You want to
turn.
move this thing?
Yar. So it can
Quite.
move quite far. I think it's 60. It can move.
Where
no,
are you
it can
going
move
to?
80 apparently.
Where are you moving?
Yeah, where are you going?
So I want the griffin to fight this dude.
Okay.
So you wanted.
Flying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you going then?
And I will. So if I stay on the griffin, could I still do attacks separately to the griffin?
It's kind of like you'd have to give it an order, so probably not.
Okay.
It's quite tricky to like fire a crossbow and
You're
guide the
going to be
griffin.
more powerful than the griffin, though.
Could I have it fly down?
Yeah.
I roll off it. It then goes back up into the
Yeah.
air. Okay. So in that case, I am now.
But
on
if
the
this
ground.
turn, it won't be able to attack.
That's fine. I want to go here,
Okay.
and I want to use an ensnaring strike
Okay.
on the stunned one.
Okay.
It can't save the attack.
Because it's a dex or strength one, and it's
It's a
stunned.
strength throw.
Yep.
And I guess it's just a
I don't know how the
standard
spell
attack.
works. Yep. But
And
then it restrains it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So you take this opportunity while it's stunned to like fire your bolas around its legs. Whoa. Or as you get the griffin to snow speeder it
Nice. AT-AT style.
Do I have advantage as well? While it's
to attack
stunned?
it. Yes, you do.
I want to use sharpshooter.
That sounds sensible.
So 11 plus 13.
You have advantage.
Fine. That's 24 to hit it.
24 hits.
1d8. That one. Plus 1d6. Plus 10.
And your normal.
Oh, no,
damage.
sorry.
Plus your bonuses as well.
So 26 would be down to 21. Does that hit?
Yeah, still hits.
What's your normal damage bonus? Is it +4?
Plus 6.
So plus 6 would just be plus 16 to the dice basically.
So
25.
9 plus 16. And that one is the one that ensnares him.
But he takes a penalty to the hit, though. That's
Okay.
the thing.
But he's so
Yeah.
good at
Yeah.
shooting.
Yeah,
It's
advantage.
it's very min-maxy.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's now restrained. So you have advantage on the second attack.
Is that a
Do we
20?
get double
no, that's a one,
advantage?
not a second.
One.
And that's another
That's the same as
24,
last
19.
90. Is that with the -5? Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's -5 to attacks from sharpshooter.
Yeah, 24 minus 5, so 19.
Yeah, so 19. That still hits though.
Nice.
So again, dice plus 16.
That's
20.
20.
Holy moly.
So you watch as this this creature is just peppered with these bolts, and it's now bleeding from multiple wounds, and it seems really, really injured. You can see that it's kind of staggering, it's lumbering around.
Do you have a favourite enemy?
It's a giant.
It's a
Yeah.
giant. This is the first time.
How much extra damage is it per attack?
He's ridiculous.
This is insane. What the fuck?
He's a damage cannon.
Giants. Your bonus to damage rolls is +4, so
Okay.
I don't do more damage to it?
Yeah. Plus the damage rolls. Why don't I understand?
Oh,
what you-
yeah. Yeah.
So it's another 8
Another
damage
8
because you hit it
damage on top of
damage.
that.
Okay.
Is it dead?
No. You watch as like these bolts are just peppered through it. It's kind of stumbling around, but it's still stunned because it's not the end of Jutter's go yet. So, Elora, your turn.
And it's restrained.
And it's restrained. Restrained just means it can't move. And you get advantage against it.
Do we get double advantage because
I'm
it's stunned
done
and restrained?
Elora.
I would like to cast Tidal Wave.
Okay.
I'd like to cast it from here, so it's 120 foot radius for me to cast, so I can
Okay.
cast it at any point.
Yep.
So I'd like to cast it here, going along.
And it's a
these
line?
two. It's a line. It's a 30-foot line.
Okay. So it's like a big.
So I
Is
want
it
it to
30
go
foot
here.
wide?
No,
It's 5 foot
10
wide.
foot wide.
10 foot wide. So you'll angle it about.
So I
here.
want to angle it so I don't hit my allies, but I hit both of those guys.
You might just clip the water elemental.
I'm not as worried about the water elemental.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
sorry. As the
Shouldn't he
rest.
just ride it or just like...
He is water.
I will say the water elemental is unaffected by a
just join
tidal wave.
in.
Although the
So-
bludgeoning damage still affects it, but it is resistant.
So they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay,
So he's
can
going
you
to
make
fail.
a dexterity saving throw for your water elemental, please?
So he'll use the stats of the
And it's DC 17?
18.
18.
Wait. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. It'll be mine. Spell save DC 18.
Yeah, okay. So Gregor does actually pass, but
Okay.
the other one fails.
Okay.
Because it fails automatically because it's stuck.
So
What do you get on
Oh.
water elemental?
7.
So it fails, but it takes half damage from this.
I rolled 3 ones.
Nice.
What?
Cool.
Fuck my life. 4, 5, 6. So
But you get
7.
advantage on damage.
No, I don't.
No, not on
7.
damage rolls. You don't get advantage. Shut up.
So it's 7 damage, but he's prone now. He's
Okay. Yep. And Gregor
snared
takes
as well,
half.
right?
Does Gregor
No.
take half? Is the other guy
he
take
takes
half?
half of that.
Yeah. So
So
takes
he's
3.
I rolled
What
absolutely
does
terribly.
my water element take?
3
That was
damage.
awful.
Wow.
Awful.
It was pretty bad.
Fuck's sake.
Would you like to move, Laura? Or are you okay where you are?
I think I'm okay where I am. I'm gonna
Okay.
move like here. I'm okay.
Okay. Juto. It looks pretty beaten up, this one on the ground.
Can I bonus healing word Juto?
Oh, yeah, please.
Yes, you can.
What level?
I'm looking pretty hurt.
3,
Plus
4, 5,
whiz.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
12 HPs. Juto, you'll go. Drink a potion.
No, I'm gonna kill it.
Okay, go on. Were you attacking Guandao?
For me to drink is a bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you wouldn't be able to flurry.
Guandao. 18 plus 12.
Hits.
Kill that motherfucker. Nice.
9
With our low
plus
damage.
3.
I rolled
12. Okay. First, you cut into it as it's laying on the ground. Second attack.
23.
Hits. You pierce through the armor, the magic of the glaive, just slicing through this dark iron. Glaven. Damage.
10.
Okay. You're like, this
Plus
thing is
1.
just bleeding around. Yep. But it's still breathing, but it looks like on death's door. It's like gasping. It's finally beginning to come to, like from the stun. It's just like,
Flurry.
So you're gonna expend key point. Okay.
19 plus 12.
Hits. Unarmed strike damage.
6.
Just not dead, but second unarmed strike.
Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how do you want to kill it? Like, it's an unarmed strike, so it's a punch or a kick or an elbow or
Can
something.
I do that thing where, like, you know, monks kind of bring their foot up and then just like
Axe kick. Yeah, you do an axe kick on like its throat or something like that. You just hear it like collapse in.
One of 3.
Leave it down because it's obviously a big thing.
Good
so it'll
job,
stay in the
Juto.
way. But yeah, one of them kind of collapses down and shudders. You just hear just like this kind of silent like, you are beginning to anger me quite greatly.
Yeah, I'm like,
Blaze Crusher.
I'm like,
Great. Oh, what's that?
Blaze Crusher.
He wants some crusher.
Like this.
Can I like use his body as cover?
You're like,
I didn't move. Can I use his body as cover?
sure,
Hop
I'll
over.
move my guy back. Where would you like to go?
I think he's coming for you.
Where are you going, Kim?
Back to Brisaurus.
Right, come on, where are you going?
Can I like sort of can I go like this way?
Yeah.
So I'm sort of like hiding a little bit under his I don't
over
want to
here?
be I don't want to be like where I
There?
could be pinned like by
Or there?
him or crushed by him.
There?
Just like under it a little bit.
Like that?
No, the other side. That's
There?
yeah, there. Just like tucked under his arm or something. In his armpit.
Okay.
I'm in his armpit.
Sure. Gregor moves around like this, just behind Cam. He brings up the magical hammer and slams it into the ground just before Cam. The ground in a line erupting out almost like a cone erupts in flame and molten rock as it just kind of turns the cobblestones to just molten rock. It superheats them. Dexterity saving throws from Grunker, Cam, and Juto, but you do have evasion, so and the water elemental, please.
8.
Grunker, 10.
What?
Lifts one leg up.
No.
Juto, what'd you
Sorry,
get?
I don't get advantage, sorry.
You don't get advantage, but if you save, you don't take any damage.
20.
20, you don't take any damage. Cam and Grunker, however,
That was a lot of dice.
I'm resistant to fire.
you are resistant.
My water elemental got 50. Oh.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to take 4. So 25, so half that to 12 for you.
Round it down.
Kim,
Nice.
you take nothing. The water elemental takes 25, Grunker takes 25.
Do we still
But
have
also, that ground is left on fire. Annoyingly, I don't have enough fire tokens.
Do you have like a red pen?
I don't really want to write on those new tiles.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not dry white.
But I can probably use like dice or something to showcase where it is. I'm gonna borrow these, by the way.
Would you like some red dice?
So it's kind of like a line going all the way from there to Juto, basically.
Rocky.
You've got little flame.
Yeah, do you want to use my
Little
little
fire
flame?
dice.
Yeah, you can do those while I sort out the next thing. So this line of fire just goes boom, erupts.
Replace this one because it's a good dice.
Okay. Just engulfing
right,
that
okay.
area, and it continues to burn and is superheated at this
Damn!
point. And then after him, let's go to who is it after Gregor? It is Juto or Trelamar.
I'll just attack with water
Wait.
elemental.
Okay.
Oh no, we did have a time. Don't worry, ignore me.
So what, you're going to move the water elemental back?
Yeah.
So as it moves out, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw as it's still in this fire.
I'll just
They're
go
not
that
like
far.
there
put
is a
out
building
the
there.
water.
There is like a building like
Oh
this.
shit.
He's a steam elemental now.
Can it not put out the water? The
No.
fire?
Dexterity saving
Lava,
throw,
isn't
please.
it? He would evaporate.
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20, it's going to take half damage. But I rolled really high. 27 halved is...
13.
13. Takes 13. As it begins sizzling and steam begins pouring off of it, but it moves out of the fire now, and then steps around to try and pummel Gregor.
17.
17 is not enough. The water kind of just splashes against this thick metal armor covering him.
You get 2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Yeah.
Also, you can do an action as well, right?
Now he can, yeah. The previous turn he had summoned the elemental.
14.
14 is not enough, but you still have your own action as well.
Can I Eldritch Blast is
Of course you can. 3 Eldritch Blasts,
face off, please?
Face off.
Iron Man style.
I'm gonna
Beautiful.
blast his face.
So you don't have advantage on these, but yeah, roll them all together. See how many hit.
So that's an 18,
18 misses. It hits the armor, but just kind of gets dispersed.
23,
Hits.
and a 16.
16 misses. So 23 hits, so 1d10 plus charisma.
I guess Gregor has bigger armor.
He does. His armor is custom made.
12.
12 damage. He kind of gets like stunted in the back. He's going to use his dynamic combat action, which is a reaction, to turn around and hit you with his hammer.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
Combat reaction.
Is that a new thing? Or is that
This is the thing I've done. This is the thing I've done
action.
before, where I give
Yeah,
minor monsters
instead
like
of-
minor
yeah.
legendary actions, but they're normally like caveated. However, that is only a 14.
That does
doesn't
not
it?
hit.
So you kind of leap to the side as this hammer like slams into the ground, narrowly avoiding you. Grunks. Grunks needs to make a dexterity saving throw,
Oh yeah.
which he fails.
No, Grunker.
I'll just re-roll that. So that's
Here,
gonna be
here.
10, 17.
Another 17 damage.
And she's not resistant, unfortunately, because it's fire damage.
Oh,
Though she's
Christ.
raging. But she doesn't seem to care. She's just like, ah! And then she
Just makes her angrier!
she like looks around. Who would she go for? She can reach the other one in time. No, she'd go for this one because this one pummeled her. Yeah. So first attack, she will make this recklessly, I think. So first attack is going to hit. Second attack is going to miss. Third attack is going to hit. 2, 3, not bad.
Which attacks so many times as well.
It's because she can do wielding. 17. Okay. Okay, so she begins using the flail. The fire flail obviously doesn't really have much effect, like apart from just the vicious force behind it. But she pummels in with the second hand with the frost flail, just kind of wailing on this creature. But she is leaving herself wide open in these blows, just like is showing no signs of trying to dodge. Just is trying to do as much damage as she possibly can, and she's just screaming. She's like, "Fucking kill you! Fucking get out of my city! Fuck you!" And just like shouting obscenities all over the place. Cam Buckland, back up to the top round.
What a day.
Yeah. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please? As you begin to hit the fire.
15 plus 3, 18.
18, you're going to take half damage, which will be halved again because you're currently resistant. Oh,
Get
can you make
out
a
of there.
concentration check? You took 13 points last time.
Natural 1.
You are no longer resistant, but you still saved.
Shit.
So you take 11 fire damage,
Okay.
and you are no longer concentrating on the spell.
Am I not in his combat engagement right now?
You are, yes. But you are also stood in fire.
Yeah, you need to move.
You can move around him. As long as you don't move away from him, he doesn't get a free swipe.
I'm going to.
Or unless you dimension door or something like that. In which case he wouldn't get an attack opportunity.
I'm not going to waste that.
No.
I'm going to. Fuck. If I levitate, will that bring me
Still
up?
counts.
Yeah, but it will bring
Oh,
me
if
up.
you just, it will bring you out of the fire. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, you could do that.
I'll docilely levitate.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm not going to get the other thing out because it's getting quite crowded in there, but
fine,
assume
then.
you've levitated off the ground.
Take fire, the dead one.
No.
It's cool.
Alright.
Mark wants to use him as a. Because
Trophy.
he's so big. He's
It
still
does
there.
kind of create like cover and stuff like that as well. So.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so you
I'm kind of
levitate off the
hiding in his
ground.
armpits,
That's
so-
your action.
Bonus action, I'm going to send the spiritual weapon forward.
Yep.
So where was that?
Down here.
The
Little
green
dagger. 16, no.
16 doesn't hit, unfortunately, no.
Shit me. Shit all over
So
me.
that's movement, bonus action.
Action, Guardian of Faith.
Action was levitate.
Oh, yeah.
And then you move up. So that's it, you're done. So it goes to technically the other fire giant, actually. That is
He
here.
doesn't need to go.
Oh, he's ignoring the griffin.
Yep, Griffin gets a free attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. So what would that be? His beak or his claws?
You can choose.
I would like to choose.
It kind of just tries to swat the Griffin away with his hand. In fact, actually, no, he's going to make one attack against the Griffin before he moves to see if he can kill it before it moves, because it looks quite injured.
Yeah.
That is going to be 15.
15 is a hit.
Poor Griffin. Poor little Griffin.
It's going to be 27. Oh, no, sorry, 34.
Oh, well, 27 was exactly lethal.
It just like, vroom, with a great sword, just like chops the Griffin. It turns into a tiny little statue and falls. It takes a few steps. I see you, little man. And then it brings the second greatsword attack down on you
Me?
for a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
But don't you have a thing when a big creature hits you, you get to make an attack back?
Yeah, afterwards.
This is bad.
If
by
you're
the
still
way.
alive.
I just rolled a lot of 6s. 10, 12.
It's fine, Reynard's like super buff, bro.
Super buff, bro.
36 points of damage
Yes.
to Reynard as this giant greatsword, like 3 times the size of you. You bit like the armor absorbs some of it. It's not a crit.
No, but have we still got Hero's Feast?
No.
Nope.
So the armor, the adamantine armor, does absorb some of it, so it stops it going through. But the force, like you probably break ribs or like something is like as you're like shunted to the ground.
Something falls out of me.
Yeah.
36, did you say?
Yes, 36 points of damage.
In that case, I want to. So if I use my reaction, do I not get an action on my turn?
You don't get a reaction anymore for the rest of this turn. But you still get your action and stuff. Yeah.
23.
That's a hit.
And can I choose to sharpshooter that? I know I won't now.
You could.
but
Yes, you could do. Yep.
Do I still get thunder damage?
Yes.
Oh, where's my d6 all gone? You got more.
I do have them. There was one on the ground. which you
I
can have.
do
You want
have
some
them
more?
all, yeah.
I kind of need 66 all the time.
Yeah, that's alright, I'll keep one.
Oh, cool.
That is 8 plus 6, 14 damage.
14 damage. So that one is the first time like it kind of gets like
It's got Hunter's Mark on him.
Hunter's Mark, so another d6.
Which one are you firing at?
Another 5.
That guy.
You just hit him. He can do it as a reaction. He can shoot back once.
And another 5.
Another 5. So yeah, it kind of like this great sort of hits, but as like it's kind of left a bit defenseless by having the blade down, you kind of lean to the side and just poof, manage to pop off a shot.
While my leg is underneath that.
And then it's your turn. In fact,
in that case, well, unless you want to go first.
I'm gonna go.
it's you because you've got a high dex. So
Oh, okay,
it's
cool.
you first, then.
Yeah.
I would like to back away from him because I get advantage, or he gets disadvantage.
Okay. So you will take a swing.
Which way? Just away from him, so yeah, that way. More towards, I guess, you.
Reynard, no, you're gonna get hit.
Damn it. That was disadvantage.
They have a lot.
I rolled a
to hit.
15 and a 12.
Fine.
Oh, big sword.
When it hits me, I want to make a really loud oof, owie! Grunker, ooh!
28 points of damage.
Jesus
I don't think
Christ.
it's very fake at that point.
Oh, crow!
You do just see Grunker stop and then just. The head whips round.
Oh,
Bless.
Grunker.
She's just like.
With Grunker.
Replace who?
It's not her turn yet.
Reynard.
You've still got your. That was just your movement. You've still got your action.
Yeah, so I want to.
Come up.
That was my movement. I guess I've still got a bow.
Action and a bonus. Yep.
My bono will be.
Yeah,
Stop saying bono.
yeah.
Stop it.
I'm going to keep saying bono.
Yeah.
What should be my bono?
We've only got time. Come on.
I want to use a lightning arrow on him
Okay. What does that do?
because it's cool.
What does it
and I
do?
learned it. It's
I
a
learned it.
next ranged weapon attack. Yeah. Transforms into a bolt of lightning, dealing 4d8 damage.
Nice.
I like that.
Okay.
Do it.
And I guess there's nothing.
you roll to
5
hit?
feet of him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you just roll to hit, and if you hit, you do 48 damage.
That's a 27.
That's a hit. 48
Nice.
damage. And he has no resistance to lightning.
Thank you. To
Another
myself, one more. Boom!
I don't need d8s.
Oh no.
6, 1, 1.
He rolled really well on 2 dice, and then really bad on the other.
Yeah, so 2, 8, 15.
15.
That's yours.
Okay.
It's not.
I get shocked.
You've given the wrong dice back, but that's okay.
Second attack.
Mine, that plain dice.
So that, and it also does. Oh, hang on. No, ignore me. And the second attack will just be a regular
Regular attack.
sharpshooter.
Are you going to do sharpshooter?
Yeah.
And Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark's already on him.
Do I get Hunter's Mark on that last lightning bolt?
Yes, you would actually.
It's another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helps.
Every little. Does
23 minus 5, so 18.
Just hits.
Oh.
Just hits that one because it's not Gregor.
Jeez.
So yeah, you kind of like take aim. The lightning arrow. He's kind of like stuttering. He's like, "Oh, what have you done?" And then you kind of take aim properly and just. This one strikes near his eye in the helmet.
9 plus 6 plus 10, that's 26. 5.
Like his head, like part of his helmet gets like broken off.
Yeah.
Just like like staggering around.
Good.
Like
Elora.
broken eye.
What?
I'd like to blade Gregor.
Okay.
I shoot
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. 18.
He passes. It's a 17 plus 9.
Damn.
Fuck's sake.
Ooh, so half damage.
19.
$38.
So half to 19.
Yes.
Plus 4 from the giant thing as well. My damage.
I'm only adding it once. You've got to remember next time.
Well, I would have got it on both, wouldn't I?
I'm only adding it once though. You've got to learn.
You're a bad DM.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm a bad DM.
Why would you say
You're a
that?
bad DM.
Tom's thoughts do not reflect the rest of the
Anything
group.
else? Movement? Anything else? Elora?
like bad.
Bonus section?
Not bad.
Who is Grunker still around?
Grunker's
Yeah,
just
she's
behind
there.
Gregor. You can just about see Grunker if you move to the corner of the building. Or if you move out back into the street.
It's Grunker. I'll do a healing
pieces.
word.
Level 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Grunker looks okay. Like
Does
she's
she?
got a few like
Oh,
hits
she
and
looks
bruises,
okay then.
but
What?
I say
no,
no.
is that you done?
No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, cool. So, Juto.
Okay.
Remind me what
Dexterity saving throw first,
back?
because you are still in the flames.
Remind me what
above
dodge
the-
does.
Disadvantage
Can't see
on all
building.
attacks against you.
Get
Your
rid of
action.
21.
23
Take no damage because of evasion. And you're resistant to fire anyway, so...
Can I? So with water whip,
Mm-hmm.
which if it succeeds, I can push pull. Can I try and topple this? Like, is it enough to topple him, or just?
I'd be knocked prone,
Just by,
not
like,
just pull. It just kind of makes him stumble forwards or like stumble back.
Okay. I would like to attack this.
Okay.
Or could I like? Use
You have
my-
to probably move out because
Yeah.
this body's going to probably block you. a
Could I
little bit.
use water whip on the building to try and pull a bit of the roof on
You,
it?
I mean, you could. You would need to make a
It's very
strength
unlikely.
check to pull it down. So
Okay.
you can try, but you're not very strong. It's true though. This just looks like such a cluster. It's like
I
it's a
know.
mess.
There's like this whole thing here.
Yeah.
Okay, can I please attack with my Guandao?
Okay. So you're gonna just move up to him, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. One down.
12 plus 12 is 24.
4 hits.
And 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 3.
18.
Not bad.
And can I stunning strike that, please?
What's the DC?
16.
Yeah, it passes. I got very unlucky on that first one. Got very high con save.
Whoa. Oh.
So second attack, that's a key point.
Second
I know
attack.
you'll mark him off.
22.
Hits.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. So you watch as like Juto's spinning her Guandao around, striking at its legs wherever she can.
I would like to step the wind.
Disengage.
Yeah.
Do you want to disengage or do you want to dodge?
I'm
Patient defense is the dodge one.
just trying to think which one's more valuable. It says as well, water stance, step of the wind, move past an enemy without penalty, but I thought that's what disengage was.
Yeah, it is. That's probably. I probably changed it. You can move through an enemy's space without penalty. Normally, you can't move through creatures. Water whip, water stance lets you move through an enemy square. So, say they were blocking like a
okay.
pathway,
Then
you
I
could
could
still
get through.
past them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas in this case, I mean, you could just go to the other side of him, but that's not as useful as just backing off.
I would like to. If I disengage, can I like move?
Yeah, you move your
away?
movement. You move your. What was your movement? 50 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you move 50 feet or wherever you want.
Can I move?
Just move yourself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. I want somewhere with cover that's away from him and him.
These ruins,
so-
but yeah, like corner of the building.
Yeah, behind buildings and
Or
stuff.
here?
Yeah, no.
I mean, like cover is a subjective term because he's so big,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he tends to
Maybe
just
in
like
there?
the melee attacks. Cover doesn't really interpose
Can
on
I
them.
go in the building? There's a little door there.
Yeah, you could jump in the building if you want to.
Can I jump in
Yeah, just take the roof off.
that one? Or whichever one's
Okay,
closest.
cool.
Like, yeah.
I mean, it's a bare room because I wasn't going to furnish it in case you didn't go ahead, but yeah.
You trip over
just
some
leave the
boxes.
roof off now. Trot. Yeah, so you dump in, you kind of like kick the door open and throw yourself into this building. You hear a voice like, "Coward! You cannot hide from me!" After Juto's go,
Like
Ringing
ringing through my ears.
Bring it.
I'll stay within reach because he's got 10-foot reach. So, little spellcasters think you can take me down like you did Tanya. I crush you. He's going to take a swing at Elora.
What is it with Cam Buckland pissing off people?
That's a 20 to
A,
hit.
do fire and B, have Russian accent?
Look, you keep. Just after he said that, you kind of gave me a look that was like, I'd like to see him try.
I was just remembering the blight spell that I killed her with, which was like 56 damage or something.
It was pretty good.
I remember
23
the
points of damage. And then, yeah, he doesn't really like you that much, so he's probably going to hit you again.
Okay.
But that is going to be a...
It's probably going to hit me. My AC is trash.
Is it? I thought it was quite high.
16.
Not as normal Laura.
18.
Oh, of course, yeah.
18. 32.
Cool. Takes
As he
half my
slams his
health off.
warhammer down. Let's see if that recharges. It doesn't. That's the end of his go. So we go to Trelemar.
Can I attack this chappie with my
Yeah. So you just move the water gun.
watery friend?
Yeah. That isn't the sound it makes.
Is it not? What noise does it make?
Gushing water.
Kind of windy, isn't it?
Gone from slime to wind.
16?
Nope. The water just kind of is
make
like
the noise
splashing
at the same
against
time.
its heavy metal armor.
It's a group effort.
Can I cast Blight on him?
Nice.
What? You can do that?
Yeah, he can do
Did
blood.
you take 2 shots as the elemental? You get 2, remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Well, I'll take another shot with my elemental first.
Better.
Oh, that was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Hits.
What was it?
I'll remember that multi-attack. 2d8 plus.
2d8 plus 4. $10.
Points. Okay. And then on the blight, what's your spell save DC? 18?
16.
16 passes.
Ah, you bastard.
Just half damage.
It's half damage.
Yeah.
So it's 8.
88.
I gave my d8s to someone. I gave the green one to you.
Yeah, there's a green one.
6, 7, 8.
No, take that one.
Wow.
That's the one that's rigged.
I just rolled an 8 on mine.
Yeah, so you got 7.
Oh, nice.
So
3
that's
7s and 8.
You rolled an 8.
Great.
2 8s.
43.
43.
So 21.
Oh, yeah.
It's half. He watches Talis'Val reaches out this black, purplish magic, like draining the very life force from him. He's like, "Ah, you think you can kill the way that you killed my sister? I think not.
Didn't beat the silly bitch, mate, so.
In fact, actually, he's going to use his combat reaction to attack you. That's like 27.
Does that hit
Yeah,
you?
just a little bit.
Spit. That was a bad damage roll. That's the first bad damage roll I've rolled on
Oh, what a freaking shame.
Damn shame.
this guy. 17.
That's not too bad. Ow! Rude.
Oof.
Grunker, on her
The
turn,
bones.
turns around, runs, charges, which
Tackles
does
it.
get a attack opportunity from Gregor,
No.
Oh, I missed.
which hits because he has advantage as well. Let's see if he gets a 20. He doesn't. So that's going to be.
It's okay, her launched unconscious body will deal a lot of damage.
21 to Grunk.
I mean, what I should be saying is, no, Grunker.
And she runs into the other guy. She's going to recklessly attack.
That's literally what you did. You
Yes.
got hit and you were like, no.
Grunker, please.
Oh, that's bone hurting juice. No one else? Okay.
20,
Hell, what's that from?
Some
29 points of damage from
image on the
Grunker.
internet.
Bam, bam, bam. She just wails into his knees, causing him to buckle one of his knees. He like drops down and then she hits him in like the chest. And she's just screaming, "Fucking leave my Grunt Reynard alone!" And she's just like wailing into him.
My what?
Your what?
Reynard, she's
Oh, girlfriend.
yeah, leave my girlfriend alone.
You do look like a girl.
Cam
The
Buckland.
long, whooshy hair.
Yeah.
And legs.
Come on, kid.
I'm going to try dominate person
Okay.
Oh.
on this one. So can I levitate
Gregor.
away?
You get an attack if you levitate. You will get an attack.
Where were you moving? Are you
He
moving?
does like 30 damage a turn.
I mean, you just look like you were moving there, friend.
Let me just check the range on dominate person, please. Please.
Please, sir.
You're the one that's taken up
60
precious
60
screen
feet.
time.
I think I can reach it from here.
Yeah, I think you
5,
can.
10,
you can.
15, 20, 60,
Yeah,
60.
yeah.
60, 66?
All
What's
right,
the DC?
so that is a...
What's your spell?
My DC is 18.
It doesn't matter. Natural 20.
Every time I do this fucking
No,
spell.
I know. That's bad luck.
Bullshit.
Super bad luck.
I
Would
hate
you like to
luck.
move?
Uh,
Bonus action?
I'm going to spiritual weapon into myself.
Okay.
I'm going to spiritual weapon. No.
Gregor.
I'm going to bonus action consume a potion.
Okay. Which
You
one?
haven't like invoked duplicity in ages.
I know,
Which
it
one?
takes a whole action.
I guess, yeah. I missed that
Which
spell.
kind of potion?
Just normal.
Just a regular healing potion?
Yes, please.
That's going to be 8. It's quite high for a regular healing potion. 8 hit points back.
Thank you.
After Ken Buckland, it is...
Natural 20. It's not my dick, Mark.
It's going to stay within Grunker's threat range.
Oh, so he doesn't.
But he's going to do probably 1 attack on Grunker and then 1 attack on Reynard, I think.
Yeah, but what if he didn't? What's mine?
Yeah, you're
I've
looking
got
pretty injured, aren't
30
you?
left, yeah.
He's probably going to just hit you twice, actually.
Really?
Because you hit him loads with the crossbow. Like, he sees you as a big threat,
Going out.
and you can tell that you're weak.
Yeah, but I gave him a little pinata to smash away. That was fun.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so both attacks hit you on the first. This is going to hurt.
no.
Oh, that's really going to hurt. Oh, that's really bad.
You out.
38 for the first one.
Oh, I'm out. Oh, from the first one.
The second one hits you 2 death strikes.
Wouldn't he not hit you? Because, like, he's...
He was like swinging, like I already committed he was going to hit Reynard twice. Like, he goes wham, and then he hits him again.
Bam.
Oh, shit. Is he down?
Does the...
And 2
Not only
death
am I
saves.
down,
And he's now on 2 death
How
saves.
injured is the fire giant?
Looks injured, but still fighting. Like, he's still in it. He's not like the other one, which was like barely hanging on. This guy is got some heft to him. Man, I'm really sorry. I literally said he's going to hit you twice.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
it's
you
fine.
went down on the first one. That sucks. And
That's
I
the
hate to
game.
say this, Reynard. It's your turn.
Oh my god!
What do you mean it's my turn?
It's
Got to roll a death save.
his go. It's your go next.
Look, Mark, I know I said you.
No, I really didn't
But
mean
what
it.
I meant was
It's the
mean.
I'm doing it. Sorry, man.
So what is it? Natural? No.
It's you roll a
You have to get
d20.
above 10 to
Above
stay
10, you
You
alive.
have to get above 10. Well, no, because if Cam's got Revivify, he can bring you back, but it's pretty bad.
Don't
don't
waste
do
that.
Have you got enough? Have you got enough gold?
That's for, like, Korak or Lady
I'll have
Amy.
to find it. I don't.
Well, Revivify, you have a minute to cast it. That's the thing. If you don't cast it, you have to raise dead. So. All right. Well, anyway, d20 roll.
Can't just get 20.
18!
18.
Ah, fucking
one
hell!
success. One success.
God, I love that dice.
Great
so
success.
rigged.
Elora.
Oh,
I've touched it. No.
Am I within 60 feet of Reynard?
I don't know. Are you?
Am I within 60 feet of Reynard?
5,
Sorry.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Just.
Oh boy.
why is this a
what spell are you
recurring
casting?
theme for these episodes?
If I'm still within threat, I'm still within threat range regardless of where I move here anyway.
Yeah. If you move there, you're still. Yeah, you're fine.
I'm going to cast heal on Reynard. So
Okay.
he gets 70 hit points.
How much?
That's level
70
6.
hit points.
That's like that's a 6th level spell.
We can't have him down though. And
Yeah,
That's top end.
So you just go from
I
0
would.
to 70, and your death saving
It'll
throws
work for you.
reset.
Amazing. What about my successes?
Everything resets. That was your action, your
Stock up
movement.
successes.
Any bonus action?
I'm going to. Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yes. No, that's an
An
action.
action.
So you've cast
Bonus
heal.
action will be healing
Okay.
You
word.
can healing word yourself, I'd
Or
say,
potion.
or potion yourself.
What's a potion? A regular potion?
2d4 plus 2.
I will potion.
Regular. You get that's 4 hit points.
Fuck's sake!
Natural 20. For-
Jesus Christ!
Look at his face.
Fuck my life.
It's like Wallace and Gromit.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
Right.
Dice.
Okay.
I've blown a big spell now, so
Juto.
nobody die.
I feel a little bit sick.
It's your go. You're in the
We've got
building.
10 minutes left, by the way.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
know.
pop
It's
out?
well.
We're gonna have
The
to
other thing
stop.
is we
We have to finish at 8. So
Yeah.
We have
go,
to
go,
finish
go.
at 8.
I want to pop out and attack this guy with. No, he's gonna. I'm just gonna attack him with a Guandao strike first.
Yep. So 1 Grandal.
Okay.
Has Tom gone paler?
Yeah, that was close.
16.
16.
He took like
enough.
mass damage
Hits
and
the
then mass
hits the
healing.
metal armor.
You've gone through a lot.
It's a roller coaster.
It's like you've been defibbed.
Is that a good roll or a bad roll?
Bad.
Okay.
We're having some terrible luck right
Good
now.
missed.
I'm bad at reading emotions.
Bonus action, Kim.
You seem right.
Spend a key point. Take dodge.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether to do that with flurry and attack him. I want to try stunning strike.
Okay. That's what you want
Or
Bear in mind that last time it was a.
I'm going to bonus action limit break.
Okay, with water stance.
Conjure a 10-foot cube of ice. So Dex saving throw DC 16.
Would restrain him.
What around him?
Yeah, well, I'm guessing she'd want to avoid Grunker, so she'd angle it so it only catches him. So it'd be like psh, like this. Yep. Okay. So Dex saving throw. I'll roll that because that was cocked. That's a 9, so he fails. So he's restrained.
So he's restrained to the end of his next turn. He doesn't
Restrained
take.
means his speed is 0, and you have advantage on attack rolls against him,
Okay.
and he has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Excellent.
So that's Juto's go. Done.
Yeah.
Gregor.
So, you two are the heroes then.
Yeah, this might be bad.
Well, I did a piss poor job of it, mate.
This could be real bad.
15
Oh,
to hit you,
No.
Laura.
Nope.
Misses. Cam.
Don't do a separate roll. That's not fair.
30
30?
to hit.
Actually, no, it doesn't hit.
I'm just going to roll the damage. I'll roll that.
Unlucky.
15.
I'm dying.
29.
Okay. That's fucking awful.
yeah, we're really not doing good
There's
anymore.
another hammer strike falls down. Trollamar.
My go? Well, I'll try the water elemental at Gregor
Okay.
again. Why not? I get 2 to attack.
Yeah,
You
so he's
could,
rolling
this
at the same
guy's.
time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I get,
You also
yeah,
have
he'll
to
get
save
an
it,
attack
yeah.
when he'd get an attack, yeah.
18 plus.
That's
Oh,
going
right.
to hit. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's cool.
So 2d8. We might have to hold this one off if we can't go past 8.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Dead, right?
No.
You get another one.
He rolled 2 at the same time. Oh no,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
because the advantage is on the other guy. Yeah, he's
And then I'll try and blight him
blight him again.
again. Yeah.
No other spells or anything? Or?
You don't want to
I did.
finger
Well,
to
I
death?
was going to do one thing, but
Finger
that-
to death.
I wasn't going to do that. I was going to circle of death, but then everyone else is in the radius.
You could
Yeah.
finger of death, though.
I could.
It's up to you. Or have you still got spell slots?
I still got spell
Oh,
slots.
okay, that's fine. I thought
That
this was your
doesn't
last
count
one.
as a spell slot.
So,
That's like
Constitution saving throw. That is 21. So half damage from blight.
I need lots of d8s again, please, people.
D8s.
Yeah.
It's a
3,
D8.
4,
Yeah, because we're gonna have to read.
5,
We're gonna have to speed through definitions.
6, 7. Is that good? Go on. 8.
I'll do Trellamar, we'll do Grunker, and then we're gonna have to.
Not as
end
good
it.
this time, folks.
Damn, that's cool.
Oh, you want him? 27, that is.
27 halved is 13.
Rubbish.
So you watch as again tries to pull out this like life energy from him. He seems to be able to resist it. Like he grits his teeth as you watch like his skin grow taut and sunken, but he's still alive. Grunker, seeing Reynard goes down, just again launches into a flurry of attacks, screaming at this giant. All 3 hit.
Cool.
Oh, that's good.
Good. And 100 damage.
Don't forget that he's disadvantage.
Because he's.
She had advantage because she recklessly attacked
She
anyway.
hit all 3 of them.
36 damage from Grunks.
Mad.
You watch as this blow, like, she basically buckles his knee and then hits him in the face, like, probably, like, dislocating his jaw.
Good.
And you can see this giant is now reeling from this, like, flurry of onslaughts and is just frustrated that, you know, the thing he thought he killed is now back up, and this tiny orc is, like, frustrating him. As they begin wailing on each other, you know, the damage slowly mounting, and you can see that the giant is becoming much more aware, like, heavily, like, bleeding and bruised. But Gregor seems to be in a really strong, fighting, fit kind of attitude. Trellamar, the bracelet on your wrist flashes, and you see a very bloody-looking Trixiana. You hear like a faint message of something. It's like almost garbled, like it's like there's something kind of messing with it. You basically hear something like, "Strong summoning demons. Something's like it kind of goes funny, like not sure how, and then it just cuts out basically. And you've not heard from anybody else since you left. And with that, we're going to have to end there because we've got to read some donations and stuff. I'm going to have to take a picture and leave it there.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Sam, I know we might run over a little bit. We'll try our
Go
best to
for
get
it,
through
Mark.
these. Olarenve, thank you very much for watching, by the way. Thank you for all these donations. Olarenve donated with no message. Thank you very much. Mernis donated. Did you know drow is a backwards word? Hopefully everyone will have survived today, and thanks for the ever entertaining streams. Thank you very much.
Jesus Christ, look at this.
Hyperactive Vermin, $500 dues.
Boy.
Fuck.
You're all a huge inspiration and help get me through the week with my depression and anxiety. The D&D game I'm running is heavily inspired by High Rollers. Thank you so much for everything. I date you all because you're all the best. Lots of love, XOXOXO. Lots of love to you. That's incredible donation. Thank you so much. LMAO OK donated a $250 as well. Thank you very much. Hey guys, this is the first time I'm watching live. I used to watch on Yogs Live with Adblock like a scrounger. I don't play D&D as none of my friends are into that stuff, but HR always gives me the shits and giggles. See you all at I-62. Will there be cake? Maybe if somebody brings some, but not from us. So there we go. Katie, take it away.
Swanky Stork donated saying, hey guys, I can't donate too much due to being low on cash, but I wanted to thank you all for hours of entertainment and getting me into D&D. You got me through some tough times last year. Keep doing what you're doing. I love you all to bits. Love, Alex. Thank you very much, Alex. Chunky231 donated. Hey High Rollers. Just catching my first live show from Down Under. It's only 3:15 a.m, but who cares? Everybody loves a good old bit of D&D. Australia is watching. Thank you so much. Jess Arts has donated. Thank you very much for your wonderful art, by the way. Thank you for all the great adventures and inspiration. Thanks to you guys, I got back into D&D and I'm going to start DMing.
Wait.
Here's hoping that nobody dies between now and the end of the episode.
Well,
no.
sorry.
Dancing on Fire has donated. Glad you all survived the snow last week. I grew up near Boston. I understand how that goes, but now it's back to the siege. Good luck
It
today.
wasn't that much snow, it's just England sucks.
Yeah, the roads
Everything
were
shuts
Do you
down.
want to go?
Talwyn Greenwood donated. 2 years ago, you brilliant people introduced me to D&D and TTRPGs. Since then, it has consumed my life and brought me more joy and friendship than anything before it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully we don't fall in. Spoonman donated. Love you guys and can't wait to meet you guys at I-62 and buy some dice since I missed out on the last time. I just hope the weather isn't bad and messes with the trains. P.S. Kim is the best. Thank you very much. Tired Magpie donated. First time watching live because Australia, but wanted to catch the finale. HR got me to D&D and now I'm playing 2 campaigns, Moon Druid, Half-Orc and Celestial Warlock Drow. Thank you for hours of fun. I'll miss Talis'Val going gang to bits. Also, Kim is the best.
It's not the finale! It's not the finale. There's more to come.
Yeah, there's more after this. Chance8687 donated, thank you very much. Kiki2108 with a very generous donation. I'll read this last one as well. Actually, no, you go.
Go has donated. Hey High Rollers, first time donating and just wanted to say thank you for the 230 plus hours of D&D.
Wow.
Been here since the very first day and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Really glad this live stream landed on my birthday. I hope you all have a wonderful
Happy
day.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
There's quite a few to go through, so we've got to be speedy.
Bandai Nenzai has donated. Evening Rollers, can't watch live today so I hope none of you died so I don't get a nasty surprise when I watch the VOD. Super hyped to see y'all at I-62 and I'm bringing my trusty labels with me again. What labels would you like me to give you? I guess we can tweet later.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's do that later.
I'll let
We
you
gotta
come
get
up
through.
with it, Bandai.
Yeah, you're better.
Frank, the NPC, cold-hearted percentiles for NPC survival. Mark is pure evil.
It wasn't purely cold, they had opportunities to improve their odds,
Yeah,
and
by
some of them had.
Pairings and resistances. And
Ozchi has donated. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I don't really know what to say in this message, but good luck with the war, and I hope you don't all die. Oh, and I definitely will buy the notebook when it's out on the store. It looks so cool.
Oh, you mean this
and I
sort
need
of thing?
one.
Yeah.
What?
Carry on. We've got to be quick. I don't want to miss anything.
Barris donated. I'm donating extra in the hopes that it will help with not dying, and because there wasn't a stream last week. But back to the point, please don't die.
We'll try not to.
Try.
Trying.
Wolfie Kid of Doom donated. Can't wait to see you guys next weekend. The episode has been intense as heck so far, and I love what you do so much. Thanks for all you do and making every Sunday bloomin' brilliant.
Thank you.
Ace of Thorns donated. Ooh, yikes! A real 4DX episode. If you've ever tried that at the cinema, you know what I mean. Ramping up the epicness to 11, and make no mistake, please don't die, okay? Maybe a bit late for that, but I have to try. Hugs.
Thanks, Ace.
And Ekron donated, hey, thanks for the streams. I missed the first part, so I'm going to wait for the VOD. Enjoy and have a good day.
Thank you.
Metamanu donated with for the props fund. Love you all.
Nice, thank
Oh my
you.
goodness.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Tianicus or Tynicus?
Tianicus.
That's a 200.
200. Thank you very much.
Hi Rollers, wanted to donate to show my appreciation for everything you all do. Your stories have kept my spirits up during difficult times. I'm helping with making the Guan down, and it is almost done. We can't wait for you all to see it in person. I can't wait.
Hopefully try and get that
Thank
mounted
you
on the wall, mate.
very much. The Nord's house. You survived for now. Have some cash.
Simple. To the point.
Thank you.
Davides with a quarter hundred.
Thank you.
Fantastic episode, lesson 3. Thank you very much.
Very much.
And Tanis Barbarian has donated 1,000 Twitch bits.
That's a tenner.
Hey, TP Live.
Thank you very much.
We'll try. Not.
And Nightjar. That cliffhanger though. So excited for I-62. See you then. See you there.
See you there.
There.
Thank you very much.
Tickets available now.
Sharanorama. Hoo boy, this one has been stressful. Here's a bit from me in NYC. Can't wait for next week. Have a wonderful week, all of you. Thank you very much, Sharanorama. Zafir1. Ooh, these episodes keep getting better and better. It makes getting up at 3 a.m. now, daylight savings and everything, all the more worthwhile. Anyway, shut up and take my money for Talis'Val! Thank you very much for everybody who donated us, especially those super big donations. Much appreciated. It's very kind of you. Next week.
There's no show next week.
There's no.
Don't forget.
So that's the thing is we'll have to continue this.
2 weeks.
The week after.
We're at I-62.
We're at I-62. Yeah, that's
we're-
the thing. Because we're at I-62, I forgot that we're at that. So
We're at I-62, so
that's
we can't.
We'll
we
figure
can't
something
do
out.
anything.
No, that's fine. No,
We'll figure it.
I'll do the week after. That's
We'll
right.
figure something out. But yeah, we will be back then. Obviously, very exciting.
We don't know, Sam.
We're gonna try, but
don't
we'll
know.
talk about that. Hopefully,
We don't know if
on
we're streaming
Twitter and stuff.
I-62 is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So please grab a ticket to the show. It's still available.
We will try.
We'll try our best to record,
But we can never
that
make any promises.
As
Yeah,
always,
that's
that
the thing.
depends on tech.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for watching.
But yes, thanks for watching. We have to shoot because we have to finish now. Otherwise, I would have literally continued playing for another hour to
Grab
finish
this.
this. Grab the
This is
notebook.
nice, isn't
we'll
it?
see you on I-62.
Not out yet.
Bye. Goodbye.